Okay. Good morning, everyone. It is ours. Good morning, everyone. A very warm and pleasant morning to all, to the respected dignitaries, esteemed key speaker, distinguished delegates, research scholars, faculty members, industry experts, and all my dear participants. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the one-day International Multidisciplinary Conference on Educational Reforms, Bridging the Gap Between Academia and Industry. इन मराठी भाषा साहित्य आणि कौशल्याधारित रोजगार निर्मिती शैक्षणिक सुधारणा इन हिंदी शिक्षा जगत और उद्योग जगत की दूरी कम करने के परिप्रेक्ष्य में शैक्षिक सुधार. I am Dipali Patil and I have the privilege of being your anchor for today's academic gathering. In today's rapidly evolving global scenario, education cannot exist in isolation. The true success of education lies in its relevance to industry, innovation, and societal needs. This conference aims to create a dynamic platform where academia meets industry, ideas meets implementation, and theory meets practice. Before we proceed, let's ensure that we all have our mics muted to maintain smooth and uninterrupted sessions. If at any point you face a technical issues, our support team is available in the chat box. Okay. In our Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Samstha, every program starts with our Samstha prayer written by its founder, Shikshan Maharshi Dr. Bapuji Salunkhe. I request all to be prepared for our Samstha prayer.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. कृष्ण रहीम ख्रिस्त बुद्ध झरतुष्ट महावीर मानव संता मानव्याचे दीपस्तंभ दीन दीन होऊन त्यांचे वंदुया चरणा सत्यशील प्रामाणिकता त्याग पिळवणुकीस आळा मानव्याचे अधिष्ठान ईश तत्वदर्शन यांचे ज्ञान नि विज्ञान हाच सुसंस्कार विवेकाच्या आनंदाचा लाभ शिक्षणात हरे राम हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे अग्नेनय सुपथाये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान् ते नमः उक्तिं विधेम ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Okay. Thank you. Now I request Dr. Manoj Sadari sir, IPSC coordinator of our college, to introduce the conference and chief guest of this inaugural session. Also deliver welcome address and formally welcome all the dignitaries and participants.
Thank you, madam. Dissemination of education for knowledge, science, and refined culture. शिक्षण महर्षी डॉक्टर बापूजी साळुंके, संस्था माता सुशीला देवी साळुंके, youth icon Sri Swami Vivekananda, and late Kaka Sahib Chavan. First of all, I bow down in the immortal memories of these great legends. A very warm morning to one and all. First of all, I heartily welcome all of you in this virtual gathering. Let me express deep sense of gratitude towards our patrons, Honorable Principal Abhay Kumar Salanke, Executive President, Honorable Principal Mrs. Shubhangi Gowde, Secretary, Honorable Sri Kaustubh Gowde, CEO, Honorable Principal Sitaram Gowdi, Joint Secretary, Administration, Honorable Principal Dr. Joint Secretary, Finance, Chief Guest and Inaugural Speaker, Honorable Dr. Shruti Joshi, Member of Management Committee, Keynote Speaker, Mr. Vikram Bhosle, Distinguished Engineer at Capital One Financial and Lecturer at Georgia Institute of Technology, USA, Resource Person, Dr. Gajanan Godke, Associate Professor, Dongguk University, South Korea, and Conference Convener, Professor Usha Devi Salanke, In Charge Principal, researchers, academicians, industry professionals, and student participants. In this era marked by technological advancement, globalization, and evolving workforce demand, the role of higher education is undergoing fundamental transformation. Educational institutions today are not only expected to disseminate knowledge, but also to cultivate skills, values, innovation, and employability among learners. Recognizing this critical need, Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Sanstha, Kaka Sahib Chavan College, Termavali, through its internal quality assurance cell, proudly organizes one-day online international multidisciplinary conference on educational reforms, bridging the gap between academia and industry. The conference is deeply rooted by the visionary ideals of Shikshan Maharishi Dr. Bapuji Salunke, whose lifelong mission, Jnana, Vigyan आणि सुसंस्कार यांसाठी शिक्षण प्रसार, continues to guide Sanstha's commitment to inclusive, value-based, and socially relevant education. With over 7 decades of excellence and an inclusive, extensive educational network, Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Sanstha has considerably worked toward empowering marginalized and rural communities through quality education rooted in knowledge, science, and culture. Kaka Sahib Chavan College, Termavali, established in 1969, stands as a testament to this noble legacy. Nestled in serene natural environment and affiliated with Shivaji University, college has achieved B++ grade in the 4th cycle of accreditation from NAC. College has been instrumental in nurturing academic excellence, social responsibility, and holistic development among students across arts, commerce, and science disciplines. Through academic, co-curricular activities, research initiatives, and community engagement, the institution strives to prepare students for meaningful participation in society and the professional world. The central theme of conference addresses pressing global concern, the widening gap between academic learning outcomes and industry expectations. While academic institutions focus on theoretical foundations and intellectual growth, industry increasingly demands practical skills, technological proficiency, interdisciplinary competence, adaptability, and innovation. This conference provides an international platform for academicians, researchers, industry experts, policymakers, and professionals to engage in constructive dialogue on educational reforms and to promote skill-based learning, curriculum restructuring, experiential education, entrepreneurship, and sustainable academia-industry collaboration. With a truly multidisciplinary approach encompassing languages, social sciences, commerce, pure sciences, physical education, and emerging interdisciplinary areas, the conference aims to generate meaningful insights, share best practices, and propose actionable strategies that enhance employability, research relevance, and social impact. Through keynote addresses by distinguished international experts and scholarly paper presentations, the conference aspires to contribute to the development of future-ready education system with academia and industry that progress in harmony. The organizing institution warmly welcomes all the participants to this intellectual gathering and looks forward to fruitful deliberations that will help shape progressive, inclusive, and employment-oriented educational reforms at national and global levels. Thank you. Now, it is my privilege to introduce Dr. Shruti Meghnad Joshi, a distinguished academician and esteemed member of Management Committee, Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Sanstha, Kolhapur. Presently, she is working as Assistant Professor of English at Vivekananda College, Kolhapur. With over 2 decades of rich teaching experience across secondary, undergraduate, and postgraduate levels, she has made significant contributions to English language, research, and academic administration. She holds PhD in English from Shivaji University, Kolhapur, with specialization in inspirational literature, along with expertise in linguistics, stylistics, comparative literature, and gender studies. She has published extensively in reputed national and international journals, has served as an executive editor of Multidisciplinary Research Journal, and has actively participated in numerous national and international conferences as presenter, chairperson, organizer, and research person. An accomplished academic administrator, Dr. Joshi has held several key positions, such as Dean of Arts and Commerce Faculty, ICSE Coordinator, Member of Governing Body, Board of Studies Member, and Nodal Officer for BWOC and Community Engagement Programs. Her leadership in organizing NAC, ICSR, RUSA, and UGC-sponsored seminars, workshops, and FDPs reflects her deep commitment to quality assurance and academic excellence in higher education. Dr. Joshi's dedication to research, institutional development, and inclusive education has earned her recognition, including the Best Reader Award by the D.A. Patil Library, Vivekananda College. Her presence on the management committee greatly strengthens the academic vision and organizational excellence of Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Sanstha, Kolhapur. I humbly request Madam to graciously deliver the inaugural talk and address the conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for giving inspiring vision regarding conference in brief. Thank you. I take great pleasure in inviting Dr. Shruti Joshi Madam, Member of Management Council, Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Sanstha, Kolhapur, to deliver the inaugural address. Let us welcome Dr. Shruti Ma'am with a virtual round of applause.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm trying to switch on my video. See if you have any setting changed from your side. Am I visible? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Very warm good morning to all the dignitaries, the respected distinguished guests, all Gurudev Karyakarte, industry representatives, and all participants of this conference. At the very outset, I would like to remember gratefully our founder, Shikshan Maharishi Dr. Bapuji Salonke, Sanstha Mata, Sushila Devi Salonke, and obviously Swami Vivekananda for on whose philosophy the Sanstha, Shri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Sanstha is founded. Dissemination of education for knowledge, science, and culture. With this motto, all Gurudev Karyakarte have been working to realize the dream of our founder, Dr. Bapuji Salonke. The motto itself is, we can say, the theme of today's conference, because Dr. Bapuji Salonke founded this Sanstha to take education to the doorsteps of the underprivileged factors of this society, members of this society. And he tried to combine the traditional education with the practical application of this knowledge in order, along with the value education. So knowledge, science, that is practical application of knowledge, and value education, that is culture. That was the motto of our Samstha and foundation of this Samstha. So the topic for today's conference: educational reforms, bridging the gap between academia and industry, as Dr. Sadale has already explained. I won't go in the details once again, but obviously the conference will be focusing on curricular, bridging the gap between today's educational scenario and the market needs. Your discussions may involve curriculum modernization, which includes soft skills, communication skills, technological skills, professional skills, imparted and inculcated in your stakeholders, that is students, through experiential learning. Now, experiential learning will obviously include OJT, internships, hands-on training, field projects. Then this will be achieved through the partnerships with the industry, the joint research and development activities, including the industry in advisory boards, creating MOUs and collaborations with industry, and exchange student and faculty exchanges with the industry. So this obviously is the need of the time. Because we are in the midst of industrial revolution. Am I audible? Yeah. Okay. I think the video is off. So the industrial revolution, fourth industrial revolution, has reshaped the global market and economic structures of our nation as well as the world itself. This revolution is characterized by the convergence of cyber and physical space. That is the line between the dividing line between cyberspace and physical space of human life is getting very thin day by day. The world is what we say characterized by Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and advanced robotics. These all terms, they are the future of our education as well. So we need a workforce required for these different competencies. So the workforce, obviously, our students are going to be the future workforce for the future industry. And the traditional educational system that we have been providing the students so far, they won't be sufficient for these competencies of future world, future industry. So the skills demanded are those beyond technical competencies. We should be well aware as teachers as well, because the skills are not only professional skills. We need to teach our students complex problem solving skills, critical thinking, emotional intelligence as well. As Dr. Bapuji Salunke includes the term culture in his motto, we need to keep in mind the values, moralities that we need to teach our students. And that is the challenge to our traditional educational model, because what we are teaching our students through our traditional curriculum today, that does not suffice these needs that we will be discussing in this conference. Um, the World Economic Forum has published its report in which it says that 65% of children in primary schools of India, they will work in job types in the future that don't exist yet. That means we as teachers, we as policymakers are still not very clear about what will be the job scenario or job industry market in the future, um, after this industrial revolution 4.0. So, to face this unknown nature of jobs, uh, eh, we need to modify our educational system and foster adaptability and continuous learning facilities for our children as well. So it is said that over 1.5 crores of graduates are, I mean, we graduate so many numbers of students every year, but only 45% of those graduates are employable in the public sector, in the formal sector of industry. And these graduates, they show deficiencies in digital literacy and problem solving capacities. And World Economic Forum calls this situation as employability paradox or employability crisis, which is not only Indian phenomena, it is a global issue nowadays. It is also said that 95% of engineering graduates are not fit for software development jobs in IT sector. Now, these are recent numbers, and these people need to upgrade their technical skills, as well as they need to be provided professional experience, which has to be incorporated in the curricula and syllabi. Um, so this employability paradox is obviously a result of the rigid curricula um, that has been so far being offered by our higher educational institutes, and they inhibit the interdisciplinary learning. And it is still characterized by outdated curriculum, which lags in technological advancements. It offers limited opportunities for applied learning. And obviously, this is prime time. This is high time now that we should pay attention to all these issues. And fortunately, um, we are implementing NEP 2020 now. Now, the emphasis on dignity of labor, experiential learning, and ethical values in NEP 2020. This has been a legacy of Gandhian philosophy, educational philosophy, and which is obviously the foundation of Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Samstha's philosophy, handed over to us by Dr. Bapuji Salunkhe. In previous educational policies, like Radhakrishnan Committee of 1948, Kothari Commission of 1964-66, and other national policies which were introduced to our nation in 1968 and 86. All these policies, they were educational reforms in alignment with our nation's priorities, contemporary priorities. But have we gone beyond those um, past priorities. Obviously, the times have changed, the world is changing fast, and obviously, the priorities are also different. So, educational reforms need to be flexible now, and they should be learner centered, interdisciplinary, obviously, and the graduate outcomes must be holistic and attainable. That is very important thing. What happens is that when we frame our syllabi and curriculum, we jot down certain graduate outcomes, or what we call course program outcomes, learning outcomes, course outcomes. These outcomes, they remain on the papers, and the syllabi or curriculum is uh, it is made thin with what we say ability of the deliverers to deliver the content. That is, the teachers, the institutes, they go they go away from our outcomes, learning graduate outcomes, and then what we deliver to the classrooms through the classroom teaching is obviously a traditional bookish textbook, or what we say rote education to our students, and these students, they don't get chance to experience what the industry, how the industry works, what the industry needs. So we needed such holistic um, policy where not only degree holders, but where we did not produce only degree holders, but um, a capable contributor to society and nation's economy. Now that has to be our aim, that um, capable citizens who are able to take decisions, who are able to solve the issues, so many issues now the world is facing. We are on the verge of a world war, and we are not sure what is going to be the future of our children. And in this meantime, we need to build the personalities of our children, which will help them in survive and sustain in this chaos that has been created by us, their parents, and their teachers. Gandhian educational philosophy, which we call Nai Talim, focused on learning through productive work, self-reliance, and moral education. Obviously, Jnana Vijnana and Susanskar once again reflects in this philosophy. So, considering all this background, when we consider the gap that still exists between academia and industry, I am very hopeful that implementation of NEP 2020 will at least try to bridge this gap, because we emphasize on multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary curriculum framing. Now I work in Vivekanand College, Kolhapur, and I'm very proud to tell you that we have been part of the curricula structure framing for Shivaji University. And we were the first college to implement NEP 2020 from 2000. 23 in our college, and we are in phase 2 now. One batch of NEP 2020 is has passed from our college, and all that framework where we focus on interdisciplinary OEs and skill enhancement courses, VACs, focus on Indian knowledge system, incorporating on-job trainings, internships at sixth semester for third year students. For this year itself, we experimented, and we are very happy to tell that students have performed satisfactorily on their on-job trainings during their field projects. So it was really needed. So far, for so many years, we neglected this aspect of hands-on training, internships, which were limited to only technical and professional courses. Now we are implementing that in arts and humanities and commerce faculty as well, which hopefully will inculcate certain skills, and the graduates that will be passing in the future from our colleges will at least know that what will be the working environment in which they will be needed with certain skills, not only professional but ability to work in community, in a group. So teamwork skills will be also acquainted, they will be acquainted with. So the multidisciplinary, along with multidisciplinary attitude or aspect of NEP, we are well aware of multiple exit, multiple entry, academic bank of credits, which will be helpful in bridging this gap of knowledge and its application. Students will be able to leave college in midterms to gain more work experience, and they can return again to get advanced learning, continue with their what we say theoretical learning as well. um, as it is in NEP, it is mandatory to establish MOUs for internships, for faculty exchange, for consultancy from teachers to industry and from industry to teacher training. CSR funded research activities are expected. Then an active feedback from industry personnel, as well as from students is taken. It is expected that we take the feedback all the time and then incorporate the suggestions in those feedback, to evolve our curriculum, and to make it more apt for the changing needs, changing requirements of industry. So at a global level, if we look at the global scenario, education systems are moving towards competency-based frameworks, micro-credentials, lifelong learning models, and digital transformation. In Germany, dual education system is practiced where classroom instructions are combined with workplace training at very early stage, and the that has helped them to overcome the low youth unemployment rate, even considering the AI context, the substitution of AI and all the unemployment hazards that we are facing now. The MNCs, multinational companies who are throwing out their employees in thousands. In India, um, Germany is not going to face that problem, hopefully. In Finland, phenomenon based learning and digital pedagogy is implemented. Systematic approach to future readiness is focused in their educational system. So this future readiness is, I think, the current base, it should be the current base of our educational policies, because we are still not well aware of what the AI future, AI is going to offer to us in the future. Then there is Singapore, where Skills Future Initiative is practiced. So lifelong learning infrastructure aligning with evolving individual needs and industry needs are focused in a Singaporean educational system. So all these comes again to strong policy coordination, flexible curricular structure, a robust mechanism for industry participation in educational design, educational planning, which obviously is focused in NEP 2020, fortunately. Now, these terms, what are the 21st century skills? Obviously, NEP very clearly mentions these skills like critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, soft skills like complex problem solving and innovation, obviously, along with the technical abilities for automation. Automation is the keyword of our future. And we all know about how NEP has stepwise advised us, guided us to realize all these needs of the future. So, we at Vivekanand College have already been empowered autonomous institute. Being an autonomous institute for last 6 years, we have been designing our own syllabus curriculum with the help of our BOS, which includes obviously industry experts, academic experts, and we try to upgrade our curriculum every year or every 3 years to make it more innovative, more vocational bound. And this we do with the help of feedback that we every year take from our stakeholders. NEP demands continuous professional development, obviously that of teachers and of students as well. More numbers of MOUs with industry, which will focus on internships, on job trainings, faculty consultancy as well. Assessment and evaluation reform has to be concentrated or focused on, which will include real world problem solving and competency based evaluation. The future, and to most even in present times as well, online and augmented blended learning model has to be accepted by all of us, which obviously is being accepted in many professional and technical institutes. Bringing industry projects to classroom and classworks is very important. So, yeah, through case studies, field projects, our students need to be exposed to the changing scenario and changing what we say infrastructure of various industry. For arts and humanities, for example, this year we sent our students of English language and literature to Shivavani, the radio channel introduced by Shivaji University, and 4 students, they were given 15 days training of all aspects of a radio station. And these students, when they returned after 15 days, they were noticeably changed in their performance, in their communication skills. Their language competency was also improved. So this is happening. This can happen in other colleges with arts and humanities faculties. They should focus, they should try to send their children more and more to industry personnel, industry experts, and through guest lectures from industry experts, our own, that is our teachers own perspective, attitude, and our understanding of industry has to be broadened. That will happen through more and stronger um, connection with industry, obviously. I think I was given only 10 to 15 minutes to discuss, and I have taken a lot of time. To conclude, I would like to talk about human capital theory, which includes or which focuses on investment in education and skills. So, if a nation invests in its educational system, it is going to yield significant economic returns in the future. And for that, universities and higher educational institutions must become centers of innovation, and industries must invest in nurturing the talent than merely trying to recruit. When industry expects eligible employees, it should also contribute in the framing of syllabi in collaboration with educational institutes. So the need to examine, it is needed to examine and implement a policy that can potentially reshape India's competitive position in the global knowledge economy in present and in the future as well. And when this gap between education and industry is bridged, a better future for our youth is sure to come. And this youth will be confident, capable, they will be capable graduates, skilled employees for industries, and they will be able to solve the problems of future society as well. So I hope this international multidisciplinary conference organized by Kakasaheb Chavan College, Talmavle, in the view of bridging this academia industrial gap, will be successful in producing certain new thought, new suggestions, and new inputs to the teaching fraternity as well. I hope I have given justice to my position as the inaugural speaker of this conference. And once again, I would like to remind all of the teachers who are present online now, um, to remember our duties as Gurudev Karyakarta, which is the famous term introduced by Dr. Bapuji Salunkhe. We are not only teachers, we are activists as well. And we are activists for building a better tomorrow, a better society, and which is obviously going to happen through our contribution to the holistic development of our children, the pillars of our future society. So I'm very thankful to the organizers for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts with you, and I express my best wishes for the conference and the remaining proceedings. I hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving inspiring vision regarding conference. Thank you with your thoughtful words and insightful perspectives has perfectly set the tone for this conference. The way you emphasize the importance of educational reforms, skill-based learning, and meaningful collaboration between academic and industry has provided valuable direction to all the participants. We are truly grateful for your presence, encouragement, and guidance. Thank you. I request our college in charge principal, Professor Dr. Usha Devi Salunke Madam, to express vote of thanks of this inaugural session.
Good morning. On behalf of the organization committee, I express my sincere and heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Dr. Smruti Joshi Madam, Member of Management Committee, Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Samstha Kolhapur, for joining us for the one-day online international multidisciplinary conference on educational reform, bringing the gap between academia and industry. Madam, your estimated presence and valuable insight have truly enriched this conference. Your visionary thoughts on educational reform and the need for strengthening collaboration between academia, institution, and industry have inspired educational researcher and participate across the goals. Your guidance and encouragement serve as a strong motivation for us to continue striving towards innovation and excellency in education. We are deeply thankful for sparing your valuable time and for your continuous support towards academic Honorable Principal Abhay Kumar Salunke Sahib, Executive President, Honorable Principal Mrs. Shubhangi Gowde Madam, Secretary, Respected Honorable uh, Kaustubh Gowde, CEO, Respected Honorable Principal Dr. Milind Huzre, Joint Secretary Finance, Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Samstha Kolhapur, and the office convener for providing us this international conference and extending unmatched support and cooperation. Once again, I extended our sincere gratitude and wish you sound healthily and continue success in all your future endeavors. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, madam, for those warm and inspiring words as well as thought-provoking remarks about this conference. Thank you. To set the stage, we have the honor of hearing from our first keynote speaker. I request Mr. Shahaji Karande sir to introduce our first keynote speaker.
Good morning, all of you. It's our great pleasure to introduce Mr. Deepak, distinguished technology leader, cloud architect, and academician with our two decades of global experience in cloud computing, cybersecurity, and large-scale enterprise transformation. Mr. Mostly, sir, currently serves as and has as a lecturer at the Georgia Institute of Technology and the University Richmond, where he was taught a broad spectrum of courses in cybersecurity, cloud security, and digital forensics and system administration. His unique ability to bridge in the industry practices with academic rigor makes him a highly sought after expert and mentor. With a strong educational foundation, including a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from the University of Mumbai, a master's degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and an MBA in Organizational Leadership from the University of Iowa. Mr. Voslesser brings both deep technical expertise and strategic leadership to every role he undertakes. Professionally, he has led and delivered transformational initiatives across government, consulting, and Fortune 500 organizations, including large-scale Amazon Web Service migrations, disaster recovery architectures, cost optimization programs, security implementation, and high performance data platforms. His work has resulted in measurable outcomes such as significant cost reductions, near zero RTO or RPO designs, highly secure and resilient cloud platforms. Mr. Hoslisser holds 8 active Amazon Web Service certifications, including Amazon Web Service Solutions Architect, Professional DevOps Engineer, Professional and Security Specialty, underscoring his standing as a proven cloud and security expert. Beyond technology, he is also known for his commitment to mentoring teams, continuous learning, and holistic professional growth. Please join me in warmly welcoming Mr. Vikram Bhosle sir, whose insight and expertise will add immense value to his international conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karande sir. Can you all hear me? All right, perfect. मी मराठी आणि इंग्लिशमध्ये बोलण्याचा प्रयत्न करेन. I hope that is okay. Just to set the stage, माझ्याकडे रात्रीचे 11:30 वाजलेत, so just bear with me. तुमच्याकडे सकाळ आहे. So that's one thing. Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. मी माझं screen share करतो. I have a PowerPoint that I am going to share. मी त्याची link जी आहे ती Zoom मध्ये टाकलेली आहे as we speak. So you should be able to access that. All right. All right. Can somebody else share that PowerPoint? Because my computer is telling me that security does not allow me to do it. Can anybody share their screen with the Google Deck that I have?
Now, the MNCs, multinational companies who are throwing out.
Yeah, can somebody share the deck, please? Anybody technical here who can help us out?
Systematic approach to future readiness is
All right, can you hear me again? Can give me thumbs up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are
Thank
here.
you. Great. So let me share my screen again. I think my machine was rebooted. Can you see my
Yes,
screen?
sir. Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to start with my journey, how I started. Like I said, I speak in Marathi and English, and I hope that is okay. Um, my journey has been very, very interesting. मी खूप सारा फिरलोय महाराष्ट्रामध्ये ॲज आय वॉज ग्रोईंग अप आणि माझी 10वी कोल्हापूरमध्ये झाली 1994 साली. मी मराठी मीडियमचा मुलगा होतो. 100% मराठी मीडियम. इफ एनीबडी नोज महाराष्ट्र हायस्कूल शिवाजी पेठेमध्ये होतो मी. Um, आणि मी 10वीला बोर्डात आलेलो 30व. दॅट वॉज माय अचीवमेंट ॲट द टाइम. 10वीला मला 10वी नंतर आय मूव्ह टू मुंबई फॉर माय 11th स्टँडर्ड 12th स्टँडर्ड. आणि मी साठे कॉलेजमध्ये ॲडमिशन घेतलेली 1995 96 साली. आणि तिथे बेसिकली इट वॉज अ शॉक फॉर मी बिकॉज मला इंग्रजी बोलता येत नव्हतं. मला बेसिक शब्द कळत नव्हते. आणि दॅट इज हाऊ इट वॉज कमिंग फ्रॉम कोल्हापूर. अँड आय रिमेंबर दॅट व्हेरी व्हेरी क्लिअरली. Can somebody mute? I think there is some noise going on. No, there is some noise going on. Yeah, perfect. त्याच्यानंतर I got into engineering college. It was the second best college of Mumbai, SPC, Sardar Patel College of Engineering. 4 वर्ष I was in a state of shock again because of the disparity between where I came from, my roots, Marathi slash Kolhapur and so on, versus some riches of Mumbai's. So it was a very, very interesting journey. There is still some noise there. I'm sorry, I'm getting disturbed. Somebody is unmuted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So 1997 साली 97 ते 2001 मध्ये आय फिनिश्ड माय बॅचलर्स ऑफ इंजिनिअरिंग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजिनिअरिंग. आणि इट वॉज अ व्हेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पिरियड बिकॉज आजूबाजूला मुलं GRE देत होती, आजूबाजूला मुलं टोफेल देत होती आणि आय हॅड नो आयडिया व्हॉट इट वॉज. व्हेरी लोअर मिडल क्लास फॅमिली. आणि आता जे प्रॉब्लेम सांगितले Dr. Shruti ma'amni, right? Most of the problems applied to me as well, right? Shruti ma'am were talking about unemployability, not knowing software enough, um, you know, um, educational reform needs and so on. आणि आय रिमेंबर जेव्हा माझी इंजिनिअरिंग झाली तेव्हा कॅम्पस प्लेसमेंटमध्ये we got into different companies, and one of the companies I got into was Patni Computer Systems. And I was very scared. I mean, the reason I was scared was exactly what Dr. Shruti ma'am was talking about, unemployability. I had no knowledge of software. Kids around me were really, really good at what they were doing. And I was scared. आणि मला आय रिमेंबर आय थिंक 13,000 रुपये महिन्याचा पगार होता तेव्हा. दिस वॉज 2002. आणि माय क्वेश्चन टू माय व्हेरी गुड फ्रेंड्स वॉज वाय शुड दे पे मी 13,000 rupees a month? Because I know nothing about software, right? So that was my worry at that time. आणि somehow I survived that time. आणि I worked in India for a year. I was finding it very challenging. But times were bad, and then still somehow I survived there. My main target was to come to America for masters. So I joined University of Missouri back in 2002 for a 2-year program. And that was electrical engineering, basically masters. And 2 वर्ष इथे it was very, very scary actually, because जेवण बनवता येत नव्हतं, ना सरळ बोलता येत होतं, ना सरळ इंग्रजी बोलता येत होतं. इट वॉज व्हेरी व्हेरी चॅलेंजिंग टाइम्स. आय स्टील रिमेंबर की घरी फोन हवा होता लँडलाईन तेव्हा आणि आय कुड नॉट स्पीक विथ द फोन कंपनी ॲट द टाइम. सो वी हॅड टू फाइंड अ व्हर्नाक्युलर मीडियम स्टुडंट and he was the one who actually got us who he talked to the telephone company, and he's the one who got us the phone line. So I'm just giving you an idea of what happened 25 years ago, and that is still a problem today. Exactly, ma'am, what I was talking about unemployability and so unfit in software, that is exactly where we are. So गोष्टी जास्त चेंज झालेल्या नाही आहेत is what I'm trying to say here. So 2004 मध्ये I finished my मास्टर्स आणि आय गॉट अ जॉब. आणि त्या जॉबसाठी मला एम्प्लॉयबल व्हावं लागलं. आणि एम्प्लॉयबल होण्यासाठी आय रिमेंबर आय यूज टू वर्क फॉर लाईक 15+ hours every single day for months in order for me to be employable. आणि तेव्हा कुठे जाऊन आय फायनली गॉट अ जॉब, आणि दॅट वॉज 2005. That was 2005, 20 years ago. Now, मला MBA करायचं होतं, सो मी जॉब करता करता MBA केलं. आणि 2006 ते 2009 मध्ये MBA केलं, आणि त्याच्यानंतर मी अमेरिकेत जॉब करतोय. मी वेगळ्या वेगळ्या ठिकाणी जॉब केला. मी प्रायव्हेट कंपनीजमध्ये जॉब केलेला आहे, फॉर्च्यून 500 कंपनीजमध्ये. आय हॅव वर्कड इन द गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ द US, स्टेट गव्हर्नमेंट, फेडरल गव्हर्नमेंट. I have worked on startups and so on and so forth. So 2009 पासून I have explored a lot of areas. That has been my journey of कोल्हापूरचा मुलगा ज्याला सरळ इंग्रजी बोलता येत नव्हतं. तो आय एम बेसिकली प्रिटी मच ॲट द टॉप हिअर इन टॉप 1% इन अमेरिका. आणि त्यासाठी खूप स्ट्रगल करावं लागलं मला. विल गो थ्रू वॉट द स्ट्रगल आय हॅड टू गो थ्रू, and how we can try and understand the gap between the education system and where the industry lies today, right? So traditionally, आमचा जो path होता back in the day, it was 10th standard. We were told that okay, you have to do the best you can in 10th standard. आणि आमची इमोशनल स्टेट होती की यार, यू हॅव टू टॉप दी एक्झाम, यू हॅव टू वर्क व्हेरी व्हेरी हार्ड. आणि वी डिडंट केअर हेल्थचं काय आहे. आमच्या सकाळी उठायचं, अभ्यासाला लागायचं, आणि देन कंटिन्यू दॅट. 12th मध्ये एक्झॅक्टली सेम झालं. वी वर कंटिन्यू टू रन. वी वर वर्किंग व्हेरी हार्ड. अगेन हेल्थ वॉज इग्नोर्ड. त्याच्यानंतर वी गॉट इन टू अ पर्टिक्युलर स्ट्रीम. वी बेसिकली हॅड टू चूज सायन्स, आर्ट्स अँड कॉमर्स, स्टँडर्ड राउट्स. आणि द क्राउड वॉज लिटल स्मॉलर इन दिस केस. लाईफ वॉज डिसेंट बिकॉज सिनेमा वगैरे बघायची सवय होती, आणि कॉलेजमध्ये सगळे फन करतात हे होतं डोक्यामध्ये. त्यामुळे लाईफ वॉज गुड. परंतु अगेन हेल्थ वॉज इग्नोर्ड. नोबडी टोल्ड अस दॅट हेल्थ इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. देन वी वर लाईक मूवी वॉज सिनेमा वगैरे बघून रिलेशनशिप्सची, जर तर DDLचे वगैरे रिलीज झालेले 1995च्या सालामध्ये. So we were in that mode, and I think everybody is in that zone, in that time, in that age group, basically. So what I'm trying to say here is that education is one thing, but when we are talking about creating a human out of a kid, creating a bigger personality out of small kids that we are currently training, it requires more than education, is what I'm trying to say here. And again, the third one is financial dependence. We were basically depending on our parents. Then masters, exactly the same thing. Crowd was even smaller. We were a little worried now, right? Okay, now we are about to graduate. How are we going to find a job? Where are we going to find a job? Are we going to sustain in that job? And so on and so forth. What can we do? Do we have enough ammunition to sustain in the job, right? And again, the ignored facts were health, relationships, and the financial dependence or independence in some cases. All right. And exactly the same thing applies for the PhD students as well, right? So overall, the story is more or less the same in the industry. And this is going to give you a certificate at the end of the day. This is not going to make you employable, to Dr. Joshi's point. It is basically just going to give you a piece of degree. It is not going to make you employable. And that is a sad story. And that is exactly what we should be changing. All right. So basically, what we have been told in our education system is to compete. That you have to do your best, you have to compete, you have to earn money, right? You have to get a job. I mean, तुम्ही पेपरामध्ये वाचता अधूनमधून न्यूज की अमुक अमुकला फेसबुकमध्ये 2 करोडचा जॉब मिळाला, अमुक अमुकला गुगलमध्ये 2 कोटी 4 कोटीचा जॉब मिळाला. सो वी आर टोल्ड दॅट द डेफिनेशन ऑफ सक्सेस इज इक्वल टू मेकिंग मोर मनी. आणि दॅट ब्रिंग्स स्ट्रेस. सो तुम्हाला स्ट्रेसमध्ये राहावं लागतं. 10वीपासून स्ट्रेस चालू होतो, तो 12वीला होतो स्ट्रेस, तो बॅचलर्समध्ये स्ट्रेस असतो, तो इंजिनिअरिंगमध्ये स्ट्रेस असतो, बॅचलर्समध्ये कुठलीही डिग्री असू देत. आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये होतं काय की आपण जगायचं विसरतो कुठेतरी. आय एम जस्ट ट्राईंग टू ब्रिंग इन अ डिफरंट पॉईंट ऑफ व्ह्यू हिअर. आय होप यू गाईज अंडरस्टँड दॅट. And please write down any questions because I want to finish this talk in about 30 minutes and I want to take your questions. And I want to have a constructive debate with you so that we can probably discuss detail what we are talking about here. So what I'm here is like ma'am said, NEP 2020, right, is being implemented. It is in phase 2. My point is, along with that, we have to focus on some important things for our kids to succeed on a long run मध्ये, राईट, ऑन अ बिगर प्लॅटफॉर्म. आणि झालंय काय आपल्या एज्युकेशन सिस्टममध्ये अकॉर्डिंग टू मी इज दॅट वी आर ट्रेन्ड टू बी चतुर ऑफ 3 इडियट्स, राईट. रट्टा मारायचा, मार्क मिळवायचे. आय सी पीपल ऑल अराउंड मी. I know people with Wharton education, Harvard education, रट्टेबाज मुलं. 2+2 is 4 असतं त्यांच्या लाईफमध्ये. 2+2 3.9 पण नाही आणि 4.1 पण नाही. आणि दॅट इज वेअर द गंमत इज रिअल लाईफमध्ये. सो वी डू नॉट वॉन्ट the chaturs of 3 idiots. We want ranchos of 3 idiots. And that is exactly what we are here to discuss, how we can achieve that, hopefully. And we are not trained basically to be happy, to be content, to my point earlier. We are trained to compete. We are very stressed out as kids. We are just not letting that stress go. So we have to somewhere tell our kids, okay, you know what, you got to be a little bit of happy. You got to be content with what you have. And this model, the Chatur model, is not working in the new world. And that is exactly why we have extremely high level of unemployability. Our kids are not able to speak basic English. The software illiteracy is there. We do not know what to wear, when to wear, what to speak, how to speak, what tone we should have, so on and so forth. We lack that. सो लास्ट 30 इयर्समध्ये माझी स्टोरी मी तुम्हाला सांगितली. आय लर्न टू कम्पीट 10वीपासून. 10वीला बोर्डात होतो मी, 12वीला पण टॉपमध्ये होतो, इंजिनिअरिंगमध्ये पण आय डिड प्रिटी वेल, अमेरिकेमध्ये आय गॉट स्कॉलरशिप्स, सो ऑन अँड सो फोर्थ. आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये इफ यू लुक ॲट माय रेझ्युमे, इट इज व्हेरी व्हेरी पॉवरफुल रेझ्युमे. आय हॅव कपल ऑफ पेटंट्स, सो ऑन अँड सो फोर्थ. पण ह्याच्यामध्ये झालं असं की आय learned to make a little bit of money. But the amount of stress that I was having all 30 years is not worth it. The question is it worth it? It is not, is where I'm going with that. Because to be very, very honest, I was not happy. I was just traveling a path. I was getting money. I was changing cars and this and that. गाड्या घेणं, घरं असणं वगैरे होत होतं. पण कसं होतं, पळून पळून थकतो माणूस. 10वीपासून मी पळतोय आणि ही रियालिटी आहे. आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला हे विचार करणं आवश्यक आहे की कॅन वी टीच किड्स डिफरंटली? कॅन वी नॉट रिलाय ऑन कॉम्पिटिशन? कॅन वी नॉट जस्ट टेल देम दॅट द हॅपीनेस is basically not just making money, but it's beyond. And I can see people all around me. I work with Americans, I work with Canadians, I work with people around me, and everybody is stressed out because of that. So where the world is heading, हे आपण पाहूया आता. आणि how can we try and get better? How can we try and get be employable is basically where we'll go with this. So USA is not the sensation anymore. Back in the day, people were saying, wow, America, great country, this and that. And आता तुम्ही बघतायच, I have to say sorry for what America is doing to the entire world, actually. So potential power shift is happening. We'll see how it goes. AI is happening all over the world. Lot of noise, but this usability is very less. I was listening to Satya Nadella's, so the Microsoft CEO's talk the other day, and he is actually concerned about the investments and the return on investment on the AI front. So the usability of AI is being questioned a little bit. The return on investment is being questioned. We are basically making our kids walk on the path of addiction of substances, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. The whole problem there is the dopamine levels are being spiked every few minutes, and that is a fundamental problem. So no matter how many reforms you do, we have to take into account these external factors that are going to affect our kids. All right. Our younger kids are finding it difficult to read a single line in America. This is, I can share the articles with you. This is the 1 week ago, the article came out where American kids are finding it difficult to read one page because they're just using LOL, OMG, and that kind of language. They have a different language of their own, and they're getting depressed. So no matter how much reform we do, we have to look at these external factors that are going to affect our kids. And interestingly, believe it or not, the billionaires of the world, they want to pay less taxes. They want to be trillionaires. Yes, I'm talking about Elon Musk. Currently, he makes $700+ billion. He has $700+ billion. That's ridiculous amount of money. And he is controlling, he has changed the result of American election in 2024 single-handedly by paying $270 million to the campaign. All right. And what they're proposing is something called as UBI. And UBI is Universal Basic Income. So every one of us will get, let's say, 20,000 rupees. I'm just giving you an example. And that's where you basically live your life. And if you are really smart, you can make the 20 to 30 to 40 and 50,000 rupees. And this concept has been implemented in Chicago right now. They are giving, I think, $500 or something as UBI. But that's where the world is heading. So we have to kind of remember that where the world is going because of the riches of the world. Where are we heading as Indians, or generally the kids of this era? We are addicted to phones. We have data on our phones. I mean, you just look around and every single person is carrying their phones, looking into the phone, walking around 24/7. And that is just very, very dangerous. So I'm going to note a few books here at the end of this slideshow. The Shallow is, I think, one of the books that I mentioned there. I highly recommend that you use it. And it basically talks about how our brain is reducing in intellectual capacity because of the constant distractions that we're having, constant hits of dopamine and so on. We're just having ADHD right now, and that is not good for anybody. We adults are addicted. ही ते लहान मुलं आहेत. They are basically obviously going to get addicted, and that is not fun. We are the users of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. Send me this photo. लोक इंटरेस्टेड नाही आहेत पन्हाळ्याला जायला. पण तिथे जाऊन फोटो काढून आपलं अपलोड करायला त्यांना जास्त मजा वाटते, रादर देन तिथे उभं राहून शिकायला की काय झालेलं इथे, का महत्वाचा आहे हा किल्ला. दॅट इज अ फंडामेंटल प्रॉब्लेम. आपण आपल्या मुलांना कितीही रिफॉर्म केलं तरी हाऊ आर यू गोन टू चेंज देअर माइंडसेट राईट नाव, बिकॉज राईट नाव त्यांना इझिली लोन अवेलेबल केलेलं आहे बँकांनी. आणि 75% of the loans currently in India are valuing around 50,000 rupees for two reasons. One is, believe it or not, phones, and the second reason is traveling. These kids are going to concerts and all that, and they're taking loan for it, which is very wrong. We are normalizing as a society that drinking alcohol is cool. That is just wrong, fundamentally wrong. आपण IPL खेळत असतो आणि मग त्याचं मुलांना बिझी ठेवलंय आपण. आपण त्यांना इनोव्हेशन हा एक शब्द वापरलेला मॅडमनी अर्लियर. आय थिंक वन ऑफ देम वॉज इमोशनल इंटेलिजन्स वापरलेला. हाऊ कॅन वी बी इमोशनली इंटेलिजंट if we are busy uploading photos? How can we do that? How can we be emotionally intelligent? Innovation हे मॅडमने सांगितलं मगाशी. हाऊ कॅन वी इनोव्हेट जर आपली मुलं बिझी आहेत? बिकॉज आपण युजर्स आहोत सिस्टम्सचे, आपण इनोव्हेटर्स नाही आहोत. आपण फेसबुक इनोव्हेट नाही केलं, आपण AI इनोव्हेट नाही केलं. वी आर युझिंग दी सिस्टम, वी आर नॉट making it, you're not creating it. So somewhere we have a bigger responsibility than NEP 200 2020 and changes and stuff like that. We have a bigger responsibility. I seriously feel that. आणि सगळ्यात मोठे रिलेशनशिप्स येथे लिहिलं मी. आणि द रिझन आय से दॅट इज बिकॉज मला असं आपल्या नवीन जनतेला सांगावं वाटतं की 3 गोष्टी महत्त्वाच्या असतात आयुष्यामध्ये: हेल्थ, फायनान्सेस आणि रिलेशनशिप्स. प्रत्येक माणूस या तिघांमध्ये इदर वन ऑर मल्टिपल ऑफ देम आर फायटिंग. आणि आपण त्यांना फक्त फायनान्सेस शिकवतो, ते पण रट्टा मारून शिकवतो. दे आर नॉट हॅपी विथ इट. दे आर नॉट रॅन्चर्स ऑफ द सिस्टम. दे आर मेकिंग मनी बाय बीइंग चतुर्स ऑफ द इंडस्ट्री. आणि हेल्थ नाहीच आहे, आपली ओबेसिटी वाढतीये. आणि relationships, we have not taught our kids relationships. And I think relationships is very important topic, because ज्या पद्धतीने आपण ट्रीट करतो एकमेकांना, एस्पेशली महिलांना इंडियामध्ये, आय थिंक मुलांना हे शिक्षण देण्याची गरज आहे की हाऊ डू यू रिस्पेक्ट अ वुमन. दॅट इज व्हेरी व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट, अँड दॅट इज something that we should actually appreciate as adults, and we should teach our kids. So in short, आपण आपल्या मुलांना कन्झ्युमर्स बनवलंय टेक्नॉलॉजीचा, एखाद्या गोष्टीचा. वापरा, क्रिकेट मॅच पहा, गॅम्बल करा, फोन वापरा, लाईफ चिल ठेवा. हा प्रॉब्लेम आहे आपल्याकडे. हा इथे पण प्रॉब्लेम आहे अमेरिके, बाय द वे. फक्त इंडियामध्ये हा प्रॉब्लेम नाही, पण आता करंटली आय एम जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट इंडिया. सो यंग इंडियन्स आर ॲक्च्युली वॉकिंग इन अ व्हेरी व्हेरी डेंजरस डायरेक्शन. दे आर लुकिंग इन टू गन बॅरल पाहता येते, आणि ती गनचं बॅरल येते. वी हॅव टू बी व्हेरी केअरफुल विथ आवर यंग किड्स. It's not just education system, it's beyond that. We have to get them ready for the world stage. There is a storm coming. There is a AI storm coming. जसं मॅडमनी आधी राईटली सांगितलं, I see that storm here. Jobs are being cut right, left and center in America. It's extremely dangerous storm that is coming. We'll talk about it in a minute or two, आणि how we can probably weather it. आणि त्यासाठी इमोशनली खूप स्ट्रॉंग पाहिजे आपल्याला. आपण इमोशनली स्ट्रॉंग नाही आहे. इंडिया कुठे चाललंय? इंडियामध्ये आत्ता मी सांगितल्याप्रमाणे वी आर युझिंग द टेक्नॉलॉजी. वी आर युजर्स. वी आर द प्रॉडक्ट. वेन यू आर युझिंग फेसबुक, यू आर द प्रॉडक्ट. वेन यू आर युझिंग व्हॉट्सॲप, यू आर द प्रॉडक्ट. सो वी आर युजर्स. आपण बनवत नाहीये. सो आपण जर बनवत नाहीये तर आपण इनोव्हेट नाही करू शकत. आपण जर इनोव्हेट करत नाही तर आपल्याकडे पैसे नाही येणार. सिंपल गणित आहे. ऑलराईट. सो द फंडामेंटल प्रॉब्लेम विथ अस इज वी आर युजर्स ऑफ टेक्नॉलॉजी. 2026 is going to be a little challenging to India. 2026 मध्ये रुपी इज गोन टू लूज व्हॅल्यू. आणि आपलं जे आता 90 रुपयाचं गणित आहे डॉलरचं, इज गोन टू एक्सीड 100 फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इन लाईफ. राईट. आपले रिटर्न्स जे आहेत ROI मार्केटमध्ये, ते 2014 पासून 50% पडलेत. सो वी आर नॉट डुईंग गुड इन स्टॉक मार्केट. वी काइंड ऑफ स्टॅग्नेटेड इन द लास्ट 1 year. राईट. The fact of the matter is next 3 to 5 years are going to be extremely challenging for our kids. Kids who are graduating today, I know people who graduated 2 years ago and they're still searching a job, to be very honest with you. आणि पुढचे 3 ते 5 अजून होणार आहेत डिफिकल्ट. Parantu, the good news is we are expecting around 100 million jobs to be added in India after 3 to 5 years. And those projects, those jobs may come from Europe for not so great innovation, innovative projects, but some mediocre projects, which we can talk about if anybody is interested. And our kids are going to be depressed, I'm sorry to say. कितीही आपण त्यांना सुंदर शिक्षण दिलं, कितीही ते पहिले आले, कितीही त्यांना 100पैकी 100 मार्क मिळाले, तर किड्स आर गोइंग टू बी डिप्रेस्ड बिकॉज आपण त्यांना रिलेशनशिप शिकवलेले नाही आहेत. त्यामुळे दे आर मोर लाईक आपणच स्ट्रगल करतोय आपल्या आयुष्यात. इफ यू रिअली आस्क यू धिस क्वेश्चन टू युअर सेल्फ, वी आर स्ट्रगलिंग ॲट आवर होम्स. So we have to basically somehow tell them that, okay, you have to have more ammunition with you to counter these problems. आणि आइन्स्टाईननी सांगितलेलं आहे, एज्युकेशन इज नॉट द लर्निंग ऑफ फॅक्ट्स बट द ट्रेनिंग ऑफ द माइंड टू थिंक. राईट. आणि अनफॉर्च्युनेटली आपण फॅक्ट शिकतो, मार्क मिळवतो आणि पुढे चाललो. सो इन माय व्ह्यू आपण जर डॉक्टर बापूजी साळुंकेंचं 3 शब्द जे मला आवडले, पहिली गोष्ट ज्ञान, विज्ञान आणि सुसंस्कार. आय थिंक ज्ञान आणि विज्ञानकडे आपण 100% लक्ष देतोय. आणि NEP जे 2020 तुम्ही म्हणताय किंवा तुमचे जे फॅन्टॅस्टिक डिस्कशन चालू आहे इथे, आय एम प्रिटी शुअर ज्ञान आणि विज्ञानकडे आपण लक्ष देतोय. पण सुसंस्कार जे आहे त्याच्यामध्ये आय थिंक 2 गोष्टी मी ज्या मगाशी ॲड केल्या, इन ॲडिशन टू फायनान्शियल एज्युकेशन स्लॅश the health and the emotional intelligence slash the relationships, right? So I feel that आपण आपल्या मुलांना या गोष्टी शिकवणं आवश्यक आहे in order to give them a chance in this new world that is coming. आपण एका टायटॅनिक मध्ये आहोत. आपण आता टायटॅनिक मध्ये आहोत आणि ते टायटॅनिक जे आहे ते त्या आईसबर्गला टच झालेलं आहे, लक्षात घ्या. आणि ते टायटॅनिक आता तुटणार आहे पुढच्या 2 वर्षामध्ये, 3 वर्षामध्ये, आणि आपल्याला लाईफ बोटमध्ये बसायचं आहे. आणि दिस इज द प्रॉब्लेम वी आर ट्राईंग टू सॉल्व. सो वी हॅव टू लर्न फायनान्शियल मॅनेजमेंट. वी कॅनॉट हॅव लोन्स, वी कॅनॉट गेट लोन्स, 50,000 लोन्स फॉर अ कॉन्सर्ट. कोल्ड प्ले येतो मुंबईत म्हणून. दॅट्स नॉट राईट थिंग टू डू. आयफोनची गरज नाही आहे तुम्हाला 1,00,000 रुपयाच्या मुलांना. Right? We have to teach them finances. How do you invest money? How do you get returns? How do you survive? Right? Spirituality. I think we have to teach our kids meditation and spiritual practices purely because the storm is going to upset them. They're going to be depressed. Imagine that you are graduated. आपण जर ग्रॅज्युएट होऊन आपल्याला जॉब मिळत नाही आहे 1 वर्ष, 2 वर्ष, 3 वर्ष, आणि आपण अजूनही डिपेंडंट आहोत आपण आई वडिलांचे, इट्स गोन बी व्हेरी व्हेरी चॅलेंजिंग. सो स्पिरिच्युअलिटी इज गोन बी व्हेरी व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. लाईक आय सेड, अमेरिका इज नॉट expected to be a superpower in the next few years thanks to the president that we have here, I'm sorry to say. So European Union may have better opportunities. How many of you know that Department of Education in America does not exist anymore? Do you know that? Books are being burnt in America right now. Think about it. This is turning into a Germany. I'm sorry. Anyways, रेग्युलर एक्सरसाइज आपण आपल्या मुलांना शिकवणं आवश्यक आहे. का? कारण की BDNF नावाची गोष्ट आहे, ती आपल्या ब्रेनमध्ये फर्टिलायझर म्हणून काम करते आणि आपली बुद्धी चांगली राहते. सो फक्त 6 पॅक्स करण्यासाठी जिम जा असं नाही म्हणत आहे आपण. सो तुम्ही जे म्हटला की आपण मुलांना चांगला सिलेबस शिकवतोय, त्याच्यामध्ये आपण कसं त्यांना रिटेन्शन करता येईल इन्फॉर्मेशन, हाऊ दे कॅन बी बेटर, दॅट इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. स्मॉल बिझनेसेस किंवा हे जे इन्क्युबेशन गोष्टी सांगत होत्या मॅम, very very important. You have to think, how can we innovate, how can we start something new that can potentially masses around me and potentially internationally. All right. Consume less, another point. We cannot be on Instagram, we cannot be on YouTube watching shorts. 30 सेकंदाचे पटकन 3 तास कसे निघून जातात नाही कळत आपल्याला. आपण करतो ते ॲज ॲडल्ट्स, तर ही तर लहान मुलं आहेत, लहान लहान मुलं. So we have to tell them to consume less and create more. Relationships, everybody is going to be in relationships. म्हणजे आपण आपल्या वेळेला आय थिंक वयाच्या 22 वगैरे वर्ष होलेलं, तर एज झाले कमी आता. आणि बुद्धी नसते त्यांना त्या वयात. आणि it's not the right thing to do at that age. So we have to tell them how to manage that chaos as well. So to get out of this chaos, learn a language, learn an instrument, these are the very, very important things. These are the books that I really want you to look at. Ikigai, how many of you guys know Ikigai here? Japanese concept hai. So I strongly recommend you read a book, Ikigai. मराठीमध्ये पण आहे त्याचं पुस्तक. आणि थोडक्यात त्याचा मतितार्थ हा आहे की यू शुड हॅव अ गोल इन लाईफ. एक 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 मॅडनेस पाहिजे काहीतरी. म्हणजे माझ्या इकडे एक जापनीज माणूस राहतो. ही इज 80 year old आणि ही लुक्स लाईक अ 50 year old. आणि त्याला माशांची आवड आहे आणि त्याच्याकडे एक स्विमिंग पूल सारखं मोठं आहे. हॅलो, कॅन यू हिअर मी?
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, yes.
One sec. All right. So I was talking about Ikigai. So एक पर्पज पाहिजे लाईफमध्ये, बिकॉज पर्पज शिवाय तुम्ही नाही जगू शकत. सो हा जो माणूस आहे, जापनीज माणूस, इथे जे माझे मित्र आहेत, ही इज 80 year old, ही लुक्स लाईक 50, आणि त्यांच्याकडे स्विमिंग टँक एवढा मोठा फिश टँक आहे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये 1.5 फुटाचे मासे आहेत. त्याला आवडतं मासे पाळायला. That's his ikigai. So we have to find ikigai. So I highly recommend you read that. Ichigo Ichi is another concept, again Japanese. Brilliant concept, brilliant book. I think you should read it. Atomic Habits, everybody on the planet should read it. It talks about how can you get into good habits and how can you let go of bad habits. सिगरेट जर सोडायची असेल तर कशी सोडता येईल, आणि जर आपल्याला एखादी चांगली गोष्ट करायची आहे तर ती हॅबिट कशी लावता येईल, त्याच्याबद्दल आहे ती. सायन्स ऑफ स्टोरी टेलिंग, एक्स्ट्रीमली इम्पॉर्टंट. माझं वाचन जे आहे, दॅट टेल्स मी दॅट एव्हरीबडी शुड बी एबल टू टेल अ स्टोरी. आणि जे जे स्टोरी सांगतात ते सक्सेसफुल झालेत लाईफमध्ये. आपले मोदीजी खूप सुंदर गोष्टी सांगतात. हे जे पॉलिटिशियन्स आहेत वर्ल्डमध्ये खूप सुंदर गोष्टी सांगतात. म्हणजे तुम्ही असं रमून जाता त्याच्यामध्ये. किती एक्झिक्यूट करतात हे नको आपण विचारायला आता. दिस इज नॉट द टाइम अँड प्लेस टू डिस्कस इट, बट द इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग इज दे टेल स्टोरीज. So there is a beautiful book, Science of Storytelling. I think our kids should use that, read that. आपण रीड करणं आवश्यक आहे. पॉवर ऑफ नाव, ब्रिलियंट बुक, आय थिंक रिटन बाय अ जर्मन ऑथर. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण माइंडफुल कसं असणं आवश्यक आहे आणि आत्ताच्या मोमेंटमध्ये कसं जगायचं त्यांनी सांगितलं. खूप सुंदर आहे. सायकोलॉजी ऑफ मनी, अनदर ब्रिलियंट बुक. माउंटेन इज यू, अनदर वन. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Anybody has read that book? Okay, so basically that book talks about relationship, a human and a male and female relationship, and it's again brilliant written book. John Gray's book आहे, and it will tell our kids how do you respect a woman, how do you deal with each other. That's a beautiful book. आणि शॅलोज आहे ते इंटरनेटचं आहे पुस्तक. हाऊ बेसिकली वी आर लुझिंग आवर फोकस आणि डोपामाइनचे हिट्स मिळत असतात शॉर्ट्समध्ये, आणि वी आर लुझिंग आवर सेल्व्स, वी आर लुझिंग सोसायटी. एक खूप सुंदर ऑथरचं एक 20 मिनिटाचं टॉक आहे, टेडेक्स. मी ते शेअर करतो पाहिजे तर तुमच्याबरोबर नंतर. आय हायली रेकमेंड यू रीड, ऑल ऑफ यू वॉच दॅट. अँड त्याच्यामध्ये खूप सुंदर पद्धतीने एक्सप्लेन केलं आहे की पुढचं जनरेशन कसं खतऱ्यामध्ये आहे. So I'll highly recommend that. So with that, right, I appreciate the opportunity that you've given me to talk here on this platform. Let's go ahead with question and answers, and let's see what we can do with it. I don't know how much time we have. I'm sorry.
Thank you, sir. If anybody has any query or wanted to ask something, please ask. Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
सर माझा क्वेश्चन असा होता की भारत आणि USA मधला जर आपण जर सिलेबस बघितलं तर काय तुम्हाला नेमका डिफरन्स दिसतो?
I couldn't hear you. You're echoing really bad. I have no idea what you said.
हॅलो सर.
Yes, go ahead, please.
माझा क्वेश्चन असा होता की इंडियातला जो सिलेबस आहे आणि USA मधला सिलेबस आहे त्याच्यामध्ये नेमका डिफरन्स तुम्हाला काय वाटतो आणि भारतानं त्यासाठी काय केलं पाहिजे या सिलेबससाठी म्हणजे स्टुडंटच्या सिलेबससाठी?
All right. So अमेरिकेमध्ये सिलॅबस जो असतो तो प्रोफेसर सिलेक्ट करत असतात ते. सो इंडियामध्ये कसं आता एक सिलेक्टेड सिलॅबस असतो, पण अमेरिकेमध्ये प्रोफेसर्स ठरवतात की मी हे शिकवणार आहे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये बेसिकली जे काही ग्रेटेस्ट गोष्टी असतात रिसेंटली घडलेल्या त्या इंट्रोड्यूस करतात त्या. पण एंड ऑफ द डे आय डू नॉट फील पर्सनली दॅट other than the staleness of the book or the article that you're reading, we are adding any special value to it. It is a little better, but it is not really making anybody quote unquote employable, because employability is a totally different ball game. We are not focusing on employability. I don't think we definitely don't do that in India. We definitely are lacking in America employability standpoint. सो फ्रॉम सिलेबस पॉईंट ऑफ व्ह्यू तुमच्याकडे फिक्स्ड असतो, आमच्याकडे थोडा व्हेरिएबल असतो आणि ते प्रोफेसर इंट्रोड्यूस करत असतात रिअल टाईममध्ये. आय होप दॅट आन्सर्स द क्वेश्चन.
Good morning, sir.
मॉर्निंग.
Good morning, sir. I have one question here.
Sure.
How student can take advantage of modern technology?
मॉडर्न टेक्नॉलॉजी, दॅट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन. आता इथे एक मुद्दा मांडलाय मी या स्लाइडमध्ये. इथे पुश आणि पुल विषयी बोललो नाही आपण मगाशी. आय वॉज थिंकिंग दॅट वी मे नॉट हॅव टाईम, आणि दॅट इज एक्झॅक्टली वॉट दॅट आन्सर टू युअर क्वेश्चन इज. आपण काय करायचो, आपण डिग्री घ्यायचो आणि आपण रेझ्युमेज पाठवायचो वेगळ्या वेगळ्या कंपनीजनं, आणि दॅट वॉज अ पुश मॉडल. आय वॉज पुशिंग माय ईमेल, आय वॉज पुशिंग माय रेझ्युमे टू समबडी. पण आता जे मॉडेल आहे ते आहे पुल मॉडेल. सो पुल म्हणजे काय, की आता सपोज मी खूप सुंदर गातो, तर मी माझा गातेला व्हिडिओ टाकणार यूट्यूबवर आणि तो शेअर करायला सांगणार माझ्या मित्रमंडळींना. आणि मी जर खरंच टॅलेंटेड आहे, अरिजित सिंग राईट, अरिजित सिंग केम फ्रॉम नथिंग. सो ते आहे पुल मॉडेल. सो हे जे टेक्नॉलॉजी जे तुम्ही म्हणताय, फर्स्टली तुम्ही ज्या क्षेत्रात आहात, आर्ट्समध्ये असाल किंवा सायन्समध्ये असाल, कॉमर्समध्ये असाल, सगळीकडे एक वेगळ्या प्रकारचं इनोव्हेशन चालू आहे. आणि आय कॅन डेफिनेटली टॉक अबाउट कम्प्युटर्स, कारण की मी त्या फील्डमध्ये राहिलो इतके वर्ष. पूर्वी आम्हाला कम्प्युटर मोठा प्रॅक्टिस करायला मिळाला 3-3 महिने लागायचे, आणि आता 30 सेकंदात मिळू शकतो मला ऑनलाईन ॲमेझॉन सर्व्हिस वगैरे कडे गेलो तर. सो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन तुम्ही कुठल्या ब्रांचमध्ये आहात, यू विल हॅव टू डू रिसर्च. आपणही मदत करू शकतो कॉलेजमधून, मे बी एखादी कमिटी बसून ऑर समथिंग लाईक दॅट, की यार या पर्टिक्युलर स्ट्रीमसाठी हे तुम्ही सॉफ्टवेअर वापरू शकता, आणि मुलं ते शिकू शकतील. आणि इट इज नॉट रॉकेट सायन्स. आता तर तुम्हाला ChatGPT आहे, परप्लेक्सिटी AI आहे, अँड सो ऑन अँड सो फोर्थ. तुम्ही तिकडे विचारू शकता की माझं प्रोफाईल हे आहे, मी आत्ताच लेट्स से BE कम्प्युटर्स केलं आहे किंवा BE इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स केलं आहे, किंवा मी आत्ता कॉमर्स केलं आहे, ICWA करते, सॉफ्टवेअर्स कुठले अवेलेबल आहेत, टॉप 2-3. More often than not, these softwares do have a free tier. You have to go, use your computer, install that software, play with it, right? And then if needed, then you get the paid version of it. But the point is, be an expert of it. Be so crazy expert of it कि people will actually not question your existence. आणि हे मी फॉलो केलेलं आहे, कारण की मी BE केलं, मग मी MS केलं, मग मी MBA केलं, मग मी इथे 8 सर्टिफिकेशन केले, लोकांकडे 2 नसतात. आणि द रिझन वाय आय डिड दॅट, बिकॉज येस आय वॉज इंटरेस्टेड, but more importantly, I wanted to be employed for a longer period of time. I wanted to be relevant to the system. I hope you're getting my point. So एक सॉफ्टवेअर नाही सांगू शकत मी तुम्हाला, पण you have to prepare, you have to look 360 degrees. You cannot just learn one software, go into the market. You have to go with a push-pull model. You have to have a good CV, yes, but you have to be able to speak and sell yourself. I hope that answers your question.
सर माझा अजून एक क्वेश्चन आहे सर.
Sure.
की अलीकडच्या काळामध्ये काय झालेलं की एआयचा खूप मोठ्या प्रमाणात वापर होत चाललेला आहे भारतामध्ये. तर ते एआय मुळे रोजगार कमी होत आहेत असं दिसतंय. तर आपल्याला एआय मुळे कसे रोजगार निर्माण होतील आणि आपली जी रोजगार क्षमता आहे भारताची, म्हणजे अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट खूप म्हणजे वाढत चाललेला आहे. कारण की कारखाना असेल किंवा बाकीचे असेल कमी होत चालले. तर त्यासाठी आपण काय केलं पाहिजे एआयच्या माध्यमातून किंवा टेक्नॉलॉजी वापरून रोजगार कसा वाढवेल, काय केलं पाहिजे नेमकं आपण भारतात?
That's a very, very good question. आपण सगळे मिळून जर याच्यावर उत्तर शोधू शकलो तर आय थिंक वी ऑल विल बी मिलियनर्स. बट लेट्स गो बॅक टू व्हॉट इंडिया अँड चायना वॉज डुईंग. ओके, इंडिया आणि चायनामध्ये अराउंड 2.53 बिलियन लोक आहेत. Alright, 1/3 pretty much or more than that, 40% of the world, like out of 7 billion people, 3 billion are together, right? So almost 30-40% of the people. आत्तापर्यंत मोदीजी काय सांगत होते की यार आपल्याकडे इतके मुलं आहेत, इतके तरुण आहेत, आपलं ॲव्हरेज एज आहे 25-30, आणि वी आर गोइंग टू डू वंडर्स. आता प्रॉब्लेम काय झाला गेल्या 2-3 वर्षामध्ये की ChatGPT आलं. ChatGPT आल्यानंतर लगेच इतर AI आले आणि त्यामुळे प्रॉब्लेम झाला हा की हे जे आत्ता तुम्ही म्हटलं अनएम्प्लॉयबिलिटी तर आहेच आहे, पण इन ॲडिशन टू दॅट कितीही तुमच्याकडे शिक्षण असेल आणि जर AI ते करत असेल तुम्हाला तो जॉब मिळणार नाही. सो आता प्रॉब्लेम झाला आहे हा की बिकॉज ऑफ AI जॉब्स रिड्यूस होणार डेफिनेटली, देर इज नो डाऊट अबाउट इट. नाव त्यामुळे मी मगाशी कुठल्या तरी स्लाईडमध्ये म्हटलेलो की पुढच्या 3 वर्षामध्ये ते 5 वर्षामध्ये खूप खूप डिफिकल्ट टाईम येणार आहे आपल्या मुलांसाठी, आणि त्यामुळे त्यांना इमोशनली स्ट्रॉंग होणं आवश्यक आहे. We cannot just teach them, no matter how amazing car you're driving. If you do not have a car, what are you going to do with your skills, right? So AI is going to reduce jobs. आणि जे आपल्याकडे स्ट्रेंथ होती तरुणांची ती आता विकनेस ठरलाय आपला. कारण की AI जे आहे ते युरोप पण वापरत चाललंय हेविली, आणि युरोपमध्ये माणसांची कमी होती, त्यामुळे आपल्याला वाटलेलं की युरोपचे जॉब आपल्याकडे येतील. पण आता झालंय असं की बिकॉज युरोप इज गोन यूज AI, आपल्याकडे ते जॉब्स येणार नाही पुढच्या 3 ते 5 वर्षामध्ये. पण जे मॉडेलिंग असतं AIचं त्याचे जॉब्स जे असतील ते पुढच्या 3 ते 5 वर्षामध्ये अराउंड 100 मिलियन जॉब्स येऊ शकतील आपल्या देशामध्ये. पण वी आर मूव्हिंग ॲज अ प्लॅनेट, वी आर मूव्हिंग टुवर्ड्स गिग इकॉनॉमी. हॅव यू हर्ड ऑफ वर्ड गिग इकॉनॉमी? गिग इकॉनॉमी म्हणजे थोडक्यात रिक्षावाला असतो ना आपला, थोडक्यात की तो आपल्याला पॉईंट A पासून पॉईंट B पर्यंत सोडतो, आपण त्याला 50 रुपये देतो आणि तो निघून जातो. दॅट इज अ गिग इकॉनॉमी. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So jobs येस जाणार आहेत, आणि कुठल्या कुठल्या क्षेत्रावर आपण करू शकतो. I think we have to really be brainstorm on that as a society, as a government, as nations. कारण की one of the fields I personally feel that can benefit from AI, which is not really which is kind of neglected in a way, is farming. I think that's going to be a big deal. Farming is going to be a big deal. We can potentially look at healthcare, um, and so on and so forth. I hope that answers your question.
Yes. Is anyone interested? Okay. Still we proceed. Thank you, sir. Your
Thank you.
scholarly insight, practical perspectives, and real-world examples like To Be Chatura and Show have beautifully highlighted the need for strong collaboration between academic institutions and industry. The clarity with which you address the issues of curriculum relevance and validity has ended this conversation. Thank you. Have a great day. Now the second session. Now comes the most awaited session. I take great pleasure in inviting our second keynote speaker. I request Ms. Kiran Katkar Madam to introduce our next speaker.
Good morning, everyone. It is a great honor and privilege to introduce our distinguished resource person, Professor Gajanan Ghurke sir, a globally recognized scientist, academic leader, and researcher in the fields of green nanotechnology, material science, and environmental sustainability. Professor Ghurke sir currently serves as an associate professor in the Department of Biological and Environmental Science at Dongguk University, Seoul, South Korea, where he has been contributing to teaching, research, and academic leadership since 2014. He brings with him over 17 years of research experience and more than 11 years of teaching experience, reflecting a strong commitment to academic excellence and mentorship. He holds a PhD in biochemistry from Shivaji University, India, and has pursued advanced postdoctoral research at Kyungpook National University and Hanyang University in South Korea. His academic journey is marked by consistent excellence, including prestigious merit scholarships and early recognition as an ideal student. Professor Ghodke sir is highly cited researcher with over 155 international publications, more than 7,100 citations, and an H index of 48 on Scopus and 52 on Google Scholar. He has been honored by Stanford University as one of the top 2% scientists in the world, a testament to his outstanding global research impact. His work spans green and sustainable nanotechnology, nanosensors, bio-nanocomposites, circular bioeconomy, biomedical applications, food safety, and environmental remediation, closely aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. In addition to securing major competitive research funding and granted German patent, Professor Ghurke sir has served as a chair, plenary speaker, chief guest, and scientific committee member at numerous international conferences. He has also played a key role in fostering international collaborations, including coordinating memoranda of understanding between leading and global universities. Beyond research, Professor Ghotke sir is deeply committed to mentoring young scientists, curriculum development, peer review, editorial responsibilities, and public engagement, ensuring that scientific innovation translates into societal benefit. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Professor Gajanan Ghurke sir, whose visionary research, academic leadership, and dedication to sustainability continue to inspire the global scientific community. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for unmute. It's a great pleasure to join this conference. First of all, I thank you, all of you, organizing committee, Principal Madam Usha Deviji, and my colleague friend Chawan sir and Lord sir. And thank you for inviting me. It's a great pleasure to talk on one of the key and emerging topic is civilization knowledge like scientific diplomacy and the Indian-South Korea partnership. Is there my PPT is the visible there? Hello, Kiran madam, is audible? Am I audible? Okay, thank you. So I would like to explore about India-South Korea, the current scientific and academic collaboration possibilities to make our the one of the great mission like Viksit Bharat, developed country, uh, how the South Korea can play a great role, especially the differences between the opportunities both countries are tremendous different. First of all, I would like to take the overview about the historical collaboration between the South Korea and India. It been the from at least for 5,000 years from now on. Just a minute. Just a minute. Some call is. Sorry for interruptions. There was call. Zoom. So audible again. There was interference from the call. So, so Indian knowledge system and the Korean knowledge system has a lot of similarities because of we share the cultural, spiritual, and religious as well. I would like to state that Takshila Nalanda University at that time was the one of the global leader in terms of the trading, the manufacturing, and the education sector. Right now, our young generation used to flow to the America or other Western countries for education. That once upon a time, our country played that kind of role. So I would like to take how the ancient collaboration can be the foundation for our current industrial and academic collaboration. So in the national vision, Viksit Bharat. So thank you for the Kiran madam for the nice introduction. And I've been privileged to join South Korea as my career for 17 years from now. I came after my PhD under the guidance of our eminent professor Sanjay Govindarji in the Department of the Biochemistry at Shivaji University. From 2008, I am continually serving South Korea, and I would be happy to participate in the India's mission as well as the academia and industry collaboration in the future. So let's see what can be two differences between two countries. Ancient civilization, both even Korea is a very ancient civilization. It dated for the 5,000 to 7,000 years. History is recorded. India is civilizational knowledge. We know that our Vedas cover up everything like maths and the science and the Ayurveda and philosophy and together. And similarly, Korean intellectual traditions is also shaped by the Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucian. Similar emphasize that moral governance, discipline, harmony, including Japan as well as that kind of discipline. We can bring this kind of the traditional heritage and the value-based system. Like we admire that South Korea and the Japan is developed nation because of their discipline and this kind of the values they have been well rooted in their culture. So as Vikram sir has been emphasized that our youth has to be bring back to our values, and that is also we have to dig down how we can look at the comprehensive framework that science, philosophy, ethics, governance should be well rooted in the education system, and it should be part of our life. The knowledge in terms of social harmony, ecological balance, like Vasudev Kutumbakam and the One Health is not new, but it's been well rooted for our culture. So it's the One Health has been well admired worldwide, globally, but that been our roots for because itself like our history, and we built our the culture. Because sometimes people say that what is the religion? I get difficult to answer that question, but we have built up our the overall like based on the different kind of diversity, this culture. We cannot define our religion at the simply way that this is that, but we have to bring that into the human flourishing and prosperity that has that potential. So now we have to look back to our existing moral responsibilities. For example, civilization knowledge in terms of historical shape society. This kind of things can create the trust-based foundation for the current scientific collaboration and academic collaboration as well. So let's see the why knowledge should be integrated in urgent basis, because it's like, for example, our knowledge system right now is a modern knowledge system. I would say based on the grades and the marks, who bring the high grades, but nobody can remember the top ranked students cannot remember their courses back again. It becomes just like the number and they get promoted. But I would say that wisdom based science, you are like long-term responsibility based, it should be embedded in our Indian system. Like Korean tradition, I would like to say that some of the tradition, our tradition has been parallel to the, and right now we are now facing the crisis, global crisis like climate change, pandemics, some kind of the multi-drug resistance issues in the future, biodiversity losses, technological disruption, as Vikram has mentioned well, that in the age of the AI, that the disruption going to be create a lot of disturbance among the current existing the system. So I would like to focus also on how the biotechnology can represent the challenge right now we can have but it should be like integrated solution, comprehensive, like total solution. Like right now we are looking for the fragmented solutions. So fragmented solutions, it gives very poor outcomes. So right now we are also like technological limitation. In this world, we alone are like proving that in the like in the world of the collaboration, people and institution are in the competition. So I feel that the one institution is not collaborating with another, one department is not collaborating with another, is creating distress and acting in separatism. It turns into the insufficient and occasionally, mostly it creates a destabilizing results outcome. So long-term responsibility framework we should adopt. For example, civilization knowledge never teaches like competition. It teaches like collaboration spirit. So we have the great resource, like in terms of the youth and the natural resources. It should be come into the prosperity, collective prosperity together, not with the privileged communities or the group. So it should be like equity principle should be also one of the foundation to address these kind of challenges. So in the modern approaches are right now bringing a lot of struggles, and we need to act together to resolve those kind of struggles we are anticipating. So let's understand the Indian ancient system, knowledge system base. It is what looks very comprehensive, I would say. It is based on ethics, science like mathematics, astronomy, medicine, agriculture. Metallurgy was one of the, but metallurgy from the ancient time, that time we and spices together with Ayurveda and these kind of things, we been ruling the world markets once upon a time. We've been very good at the philosophy, metaphysics, ethics, and logic as well in the before. But in the youth, current youth, these things are missing. As Vikram sir said, that they are under the victim of the smartphone and the social media, and they are lost their the seriousness about. Another aspect, that ecology, as I said, the One Health. Our knowledge system based on the human values, society, nature, fundamental principle being that. Right now, what we see is that mostly it's been like soil health, air quality, and the water quality has been mostly ignored and disregarded. And aquatic ecosystem and biodiversity, as well as the soil biodiversity, microbiota, is under the great threat because of the agrochemicals. Has been million tons of agrochemicals after the Second World War. In the name of the Green Revolution, we adopted, but it about not been Green Revolution, but this was like chemical revolution we adopted for the food security. But how we can continue same things? It's destroying everything, like all sort of the biodiversity, including its threat to the human health as well, in terms of the pollutants and the metabolic disruptor we are now consuming on the daily basis. There is no source of the food safety is only the concern, but how about the quality of food and the standard of the food, the residue-free food, that should be also considered and under the values of our own knowledge system. So Indian knowledge system is also like direct observation, logical inference, experiential realization. This is also missing in our Indian youth. So if it is not there, if it is not there in our Indian youth, how is going to be intellectually well, globally competent youth we can develop? For example, experiential realization is anubhava. The 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 like that kind of the experience things should be also very diverse, like worldly intelligence, and together with right now we have to look into those kind of the traits in our youth we expect. So another issue is that right now we have been ignoring that circular bioeconomies has great potential now. Right now, we have to build that kind of economy as well, based on the natural resources and the regenerative processes. We have to adapt sustainable practices, and how we can bring this cycling opportunity for youth as well. Consciousness states of youth, they should be aware about the connecting individuals and universal existence together, not separatism. Most of the people, they are acting in the separatism, and this is not going to help those kind of the future. So One Health ecosystem should rebuild because this is our heritage. Like as I said, globally we are now cherishing that yoga day globally. That One Health, that should be, we bring that new terminologies to the world. And human health, behavioral, environment, diet, social conditions should be also to the high priority. For example, consciousness is as one of the integrated system we should govern by the balance and the cycling new knowledge, because people are carrying their own emotions, and what said of the framework is not going to, if I would say that if it is not served so far, they have to give those kind of framework and keep building the 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 new knowledge system. So as I told you, the metallurgy materials like iron pillar of Delhi is still wonder for the material scientists. Why we can't do that? Repeat again those kind of the material science innovation, agriculture and ecology. Right now, I said that biodiversity loss and crop rotation is missing. Climate resilience is also resilient crop practices should be there. Ecological sustainability. So this is totally getting disturbed. So we have to bring the preventive measures to keep that our soil, air, water. Because right now we see that it is going to be ruined. And Ayurveda and medicine should be the global branding, and our enterprises should build those kind of the practices to take this heritage to the global health care as well. For example, architecture, engineering was also one of the monumental, exemplary in the historical. So why we couldn't build those kind of things in the right now, and why our engineers are not looking for those kind of the like architectural milestones in. So mathematics and astronomy was one of that. Mathematics, we should brand our mathematics as like to the world, because world students and the young ones are desperate to learn mathematics. That was been the part of our tradition. And I would, that trigonometry, geometric principles was well known before the world know the ABC of science. Planetary motion, ellipse, calendars. This has been. So why we are not taking leadership in those kind of the areas right now? These all are been heritage once upon a time. So I told that our youth should be ethically strong foundation based on our dharma, moral compass of the knowledge as well. Responsibility, restraint, and service base. Because first they have to offer all sort of services, not only the for services especially that's not capital intensive, right? They can offer the free services. After that, they can build their best services with some kind of responsibility, and the professionalism should be also bring back to our youth and our overall society system. So knowledge alone is not there, but it should be in the practice. Let's see the historical India-Korea intellectual links. Buddhism as a knowledge of bridge before being from the more than 3,000 years is like Korean ethics, education, art. Taekwondo there is one example like Taekwondo in the art. That Taekwondo teach moral conduct, how to behave, speech, and the physical health. Taekwondo is one of the Korea's one of the best art. Should be bring such kind of art should be bring even into the in our system with adopted new values. So let me know the time, so I will be comfortably have the dialogues in after that, so you can give the idea that maybe 10 the 20 15 minutes before I can wind up. So how we can bring the continuity of the knowledge exchange now with dialogue over the not domination, but we should bring the dialogues uh, and then right now those dialogues with mutual enrichment and respect together for scientific and industrial collaboration in the current perspective. So this kind of knowledge diplomacy we should achieve with force, never been, but with the spirit of the collaboration and the hospitality. Right now, Korea is known for the technology country. So that how we can welcome them and make them part of the academia and industry collaboration to bring our institutions very strong in the terms of the industry as well. Our most of the founders our education organizations have the businesses out of the science, like there may be like sugar factories or other some construction, but they are still restraining on coming to the science technology based enterprises. So we should also make the chancellors and founders bring their attention to come into the part to the take part into the science based innovation and the industrial collaboration. So civilizational collaboration, we can say we have the shared values between India and Korea knowledge traditions. For example, knowledge as a moral responsibility. Both traditions reject the value neutral science. For example, the ethical accountability in knowledge creation and application. In terms of education and character formation, we have the similar like values like learning, cultivating virtues, wisdom, social responsibility, not only merely technical competence or the grades, but we should focus on that. Nature as a living system, for example, ecological balance, respect for the natural cycles, long-term environmental stewardship. Those kind of partnership we can look into how we can bring the innovation, uh, serve collective welfare, sustainable prosperity, and harmonious development from the both sides. Korean intellectual tradition, as I said, shaped by the similar kind of the uh, religious disciplines. So we have the not totally different system, but similar system. I feel that Korea and India has the similar kind of experience. When you have chance to visit Korea, you can see that there are similar kind of the cultural system parallel, I can say. So we should look into the both India and Korean knowledge systems, how we can see the bring those value approaches to science and technology instead of the emphasizing on moderation, balance of social responsibility. But it can be come into the global sustainability discourse as well. Suppose Japan, Korea alone, two country alone can bring the great vision for the developed nation alone. Two countries, because they have that kind of, because see the Japan is 5th rank of the economic, Korea is 11th rank. The volume is there, but we should welcome them. We should welcome them. We should give them the opportunity, what are the possibilities and those kind of, if they can feel comfortable with collaboration together. So this kind of the social responsibility and balance in those kind of needs we have to bring. So India's strength is like philosophical depth, ethical framework, biodiversity we have, traditional knowledge we have, human capital we have, innovation system we can integrate. South Korea's strength is technologically very depth country, industrial precision, and those kind of advanced manufacturing and the scalabilities, policy aligned innovation infrastructures. We have these two diverse things. We can jointly act for the bring our knowledge system to create the centers that can advance interdisciplinary innovations. And in terms of the clean energy, biotechnology, advanced material, AI, as well as align with sustainability. As Vikram sir said that they guided well us which career will be in the threat and how we can bring the AI in the sustainable development goals as well. Education exchange, skill development, global thought leadership as well. We can look. I would say that ancient knowledge is not the absolute, but it can be aligned with modern science and industry. It can be transformative. India can offer wisdom, ethics, hospitality for South Korea aspirants, and those can offer the technology, and Korea can offer the technology precision together, enabling Vikasit Bharat 24/7, even before the 1 decade ahead, and the global future we can build, because from this partnership we can go to the take our country's services to the global practices. So let's see the how India can contribute, especially with technologically sophisticated innovation based capacity have the South Korea. Industrial precision and manufacturing excellence is there. They have the technology, but we need those kind of support to adapt those new culture, new places, and then bring go to the scalability after the cover of the our national demand, and then global supply chains, advanced R&D infrastructure investment. India, India and Korea alone can form the powerful innovation system where ancient wisdom meets cutting edge technology. It's not new collaboration, but it has to be watered, fertilized, and then should grow. That the seed we can see that into 100,000 seeds should grow in the future, that become for the global consumer demand. So if it is based on the our unique USPs and the unique opportunities for the sustainable development, neither for the just nation could be achieved alone. We should join hand together in this. Indian knowledge system also emphasize that industry is not merely for economic engine, but social institution, ethical responsibility together, transforming the rural communities, environment, future generation, youth together. And this philosophy challenges current capitalism focus. I would not support that capitalism without the responsibility. It is like a greed. Capitalism is equal to the greed. So capitalism without responsibility and philanthropy is greed. So it should be have the alternative. We can bring some kind of another new kind of the capitalism. We can focus on the shareholder values instead of the positioning industrial development fundamentally accountable for the broader stakeholder interest, but long-term sustainability. So this kind of the capitalism should be just wait. So we should bring this kind of the new practices, collaboration in India Korea potential. You can see that this excellence can create very unique opportunities for ethically co-creation across the strategic sectors, multi-sectors. Partnership can transcend to the conventional trade relationship. Just like trading, no, I'm not talking about trading, but it can establish framework for sustainable knowledge-driven industrial collaboration with respect of our traditional wisdom, can embrace the cutting-edge innovations. Our collaboration can span advanced manufacturing, clean energy system, biotechnology, digital infrastructure, smart materials, and it can unify the core principle of sustainability, circular economy, long-term societal benefits, rural development, especially agriculture enterprises. Those are the truly made in India. I would say that if you see which sectors are truly made in India, government need to have those kind of the focus and how the policy driven new innovative policies for the existing made in India sectors. For example, agriculture enterprises and pharma, healthcare, some of the related to the rural development. Those are truly made in India, and from the local to global. Right now, see here, the new trend is going to appear. It was like local to global has been emphasized long time, but it is going to be manifest sooner or later, because as Vikram sir said that many people are going to lose their jobs, even the highly experienced one. Those are having the decades after decade of experience, they may also lose. What they will do? What if they have their own heritage or their hometowns, their investment, they will go back and they will start something with their the experience and knowledge and from the local. So that is going to happen. So we all should prepare that. Again, Vikram sir said that the future is agriculture enterprise, because we should know that in advance we should act for the those sector, and government should also put the attention to those sectors to bring the our farmers and the rural communities out of the distress, because they are facing the challenges of numerous kind of challenges, climate resilience, their cost profit, and then the prices of their produces. There are numerous challenges, so there should be happen. So I think I have mentioned this one. Okay, as I mentioned that the role in Vikasit Bharat, because Vikasit Bharat cannot be done alone, and I would like to mention right now the premier institution. I will not name any institution. You all know the premier institution. The premier institution are now irrelevant in even academics as well, because in the age of the AI, academics is no more relevant for the student. They are access to that, and industry wing of our institutions, national institutions, also very weak. They are not partaking in the Vikasit Bharat, and most of the other another side is industrialists are the only the small cap and mid cap. Some of they are the made in India partaking. The MNCs are assembly in India, and another the small enterprise are traders. So who is taking part in the Vikasit Bharat? What is the mechanism of Vikasit Bharat? So this is the critical questions. We should also look for those, and if there is missing, we should bring those kind of mechanism to truly make our visionary the Vikasit Bharat or developed nation in the very short period of time. Otherwise, that will be just remain dream. So we have to make the comprehensive plan, different mechanisms. Right now, I would say that our vision timeline is 2047, and our the years of wisdom is 5,000 years of wisdom. Japan, Korea, and Taiwan, and some other technology countries can take part in the future possibilities, unlimited potential through the ethical collaboration. So I would like to invite the questions about about those kind of aspect. I discuss and those insights. I would like to be talk on your real questions, and I welcome as many questions comes from the audience. Thank you for your attendance and listening those kind of the insight from the India-Korea partnership in the future prosperity of our all communities, especially the rural communities, and truly make, that as Mahatma Gandhi said, without the rural development, there is no way for the developed nation. There is no mechanism for the developed nation. First, we have to bring the robust communities, rural communities, women empowerment, the student empowerment together. We can bring that true vision come true in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone has any query or want to ask anything? Please ask. I request all the participants, if anyone has any query about this topic. Shall we proceed, sir?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, sure.
माझा क्वेश्चन असा आहे सर की भारतातील एज्युकेशन सिस्टीम आणि
कोण
साऊथ
बोलताय?
कोरियामधली एज्युकेशन सिस्टीम याच्यामधला नेमका फरक काय आहे, डिफरन्स काय आहे?
कोण बोलताय जरा?
डॉक्टर
व्हिडिओ
राहुल
चालू
यादव
करून.
सर.
हा, अच्छा. तुम्ही दिसला नाही. ठीक आहे. तुमचा डिफरन्स तुम्हाला डिफरन्स सांगतो मी. साऊथ कोरिया अँड इंडिया, the difference is uncomparable, because I would say our institutions have been built by the government institutions and the private. There are two kind of here, and if you see the South Korea institutions are balance with the industry academia wings. For example, I would say, if I take one example of one university, their revenue model is the 10 times higher in terms of the industry than the academia or tuition fee. You can understand now. The revenue model is 10 times higher than the base. And now the issue of our institutions are based on the tuition fee. Business model is for that particular. There is no industry balance associated with academic. So, for example, the faculties are not partaking in the business development. The founders are not serious about the science-based innovative business enterprises associated with their educational institution. That's missing. Even I mentioned that our nationally pride premier national institutes as well, they are not taking about their own expenses liabilities. They still rely on for small and everything. They rely on the governments. It's still like baby.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now, the question of
Hello.
Mr. Sagar Lalande.
Yes, sir.
हॅलो
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
माझा
sir.
आवाज येतो ना
Yes,
येतोय,
sir.
हा, मी इरनाईकडे बोलतोय. माझा प्रश्न
सर,
असा
तुमचा
आहे
व्हिडिओ चालू
की
करा. तुम्ही
सध्याची
दिसत नाही मला
हा हा
समोर. हा, बोला.
एक
हा,
मिनिट.
बोला. हा, बोला.
त्याची भविष्यात याला म्हणजे रोजगाराच्या संधी ह्या पडतील या प्रश्नाने
तुमचा आवाज, युअर व्हॉइस इज जस्ट लाईक, कॅन यू चेक युअर नेटवर्क?
Yes, sir. तुमचा आवाज येत नाहीये क्लिअर. प्रश्न
बट
पुन्हा
त्यांचा
विचारा,
प्रश्न,
sir.
व्हॉट इज द क्वेश्चन? सर, कॅन यू रिपीट? Okay.
हॅलो
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Please continue talk. I can get idea. Okay, you type your question. Somebody can ask another question. You please type your question.
Yeah, because of some internet issue, Mr. Lalande sir is unable to ask his question.
You just type your
Anyone
question.
interested? Okay, anyone interested? Anybody is interested in asking any question?
Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Audible.
Hello.
Yeah, audible.
Sir, what is the difference between the job opportunity in India or Korea?
What difference?
What is difference between job opportunities India
Okay.
or Korea?
It's a very general question, but I would say job opportunities for competent students is always there. So main concern is the global competence. Right now, we should bring our students in the stream of the global competence. That's the main concern. So who are the competent? They are welcome. They are mostly welcome. So right now, our institutions should build the focus on overall intelligence, how we can have the give the practical experience and confidence together. And right now, imagine right now in the age of AI, the well experienced, decade after decade, 20 decade of experience professionals their jobs are threat. And our challenge now, our institution have challenged the youth to bring into the the job system. It's not the simple challenge. So we have to suppose if we are doing the good things, it's not enough. If we do great things, that may somehow work well with our to bring our keep our institutions imminent and uh, make the great contribution to bring our youth truly, because we are celebrating that our youth is like 35% youth country is that, but how about the how much percent youth is really competent? That's the main question. That percentage should be only counted. Rest are maybe liability, I would say. So how we can turn the liability of our youth into the truly the any sort of the skilled uh, kind of the competence in the future. Yeah, loudly speak. So I'm outside, so it's getting in cold because there was some noise inside there. All yeah, loud speak. Yeah, there should be no gap. Quickly ask question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone interested in question? Ask just a minute. Please ask.
माईक सोडा जरा सगळे माईक सोडा त्याशिवाय ते लोअर सर लवकर लीड घ्या प्रश्न रेग्युलर येऊ द्या कंटिन्यू तुमचा सर हे चालू ठेवा सर माईक बंद आहे तुमचा हा
Hello, sir. How to develop Indian education system?
Okay. Yes, now it's a great challenge because education system in the higher education especially is going to be big threat. I would say we should be aware. For example, the school has until the 12th will be okay. The students may like to go, but in the future, the students may prefer to take the distance learning because the top 100 universities they are offering. So suppose if the students find the affordability in the future, that is possible definitely. Those courses will be affordable. So they may turn there and they have pride that, oh, I am graduate from the top 100 university. So where our institution, higher institution will stand. So this is the great challenge right now. We have to prepare very extraordinarily and then we should bring our institutions ranks first, rank higher. So students should feel the proud to join our institution. That should be the future. Otherwise, that we have to close. Right now, we can see some Tamil Nadu. There are many colleges has been closed, locked down. So that should not happen, and that may happen for certain institutions who are not practice in competition. So not competitive education system. Those don't partake. Otherwise, that's very distressful it will be if it is continued the poor practices and based on the monetary basis for the education system. Right now, that's will be big threat. The founders and chancellors should take the note. Otherwise, it will be great distress, and it cannot be possible to turn back into the mainstream in education system. And some will be flourish, and rest will be decline and get out of the system. So that should not happen. So those who are really serious about the real true contribution in education and research innovation together. Otherwise, students are not going to forgive, I would say. Yeah.
रिसर्चच्या बाबतीमध्ये इंडिया आणि कोरियामध्ये काय डिफरन्स आहे?
There is no such fundamental difference, but it's all about the individual candidates, how the visionary and they partake in their own interest. That's out of fashion. So in the same year as well, those are the really science minds. They are doing well. Those are not non-science mind. They are just like the normal teacher and practitioner. So that's similar here there. But it's up to individual. Yeah.
Okay, madam, Kavichan, madam.
Sit.
Yes, anyone interested?
You come from China. I
Now the
introduce
another
you.
question from
Introduce you.
Sachin
Introduce
Pujari
you.
sir.
Really? Really?
आहे बा शेवट प्राध्यापक सचिन पुजारी सर
Yes.
Sachin
शेवट
Pujari sir.
For sure.
मराठी
Yeah. Quick. There should be no gap.
Sachin Pujari sir, please unmute yourself.
It's cold because it's cold. I am in the minus here. Don't -5. My ears are going to be freeze. Continue. I would like to introduce one of
Hello.
yeah. Sure.
Okay.
हॅलो सर आवाज येतोय
Yeah.
थांबा ते
Yeah.
speaker is on to speak.
पाटील मॅडम आवाज येतोय गोडके सर आवाज येतोय
Yes, Helen here. Okay. Sure. So I would like to introduce the Mrs. Helen Lee. Just a minute. Principal madam. Hello, Principal madam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would like to introduce one of the personality here joined for our session conversation. She is Helen Lee. Usha Devi madam ji, I would like to introduce you. She's been doing the collaboration India-Korea from last 10 years. She was teacher before, school teacher, so English teacher, and then she quit her profession and she joined for the India-Korea collaboration business partnership. Her name is Helen Lee. Please introduce yourself a little bit. She's doing some of the building, the nation building as well. She's partaking in the Vikasit Bharat developed nation as well. To take the Korean business partners for the Korea and they are launching partnership with academics as well. So those are the research and innovation based. So I would like to introduce. Please welcome. Yeah, you talk.
Nice to meet you, everybody.
No. Just unmute.
Hello ma'am,
Just unmute.
welcome.
Please talk from here.
Okay. Nice to meet you, everybody.
Welcome,
Oh,
madam.
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Can you
talk,
see?
talk.
Oh,
No,
this
this is better. Yeah.
No, only.
No,
Okay.
mic is here.
Nice to meet you, everybody. I want to introduce for you, everybody, because
Hello.
originally I was teacher for 30 years in my private English Mathematics Academy in Seoul. But 10 years ago, I stopped everything because that Korea is the biggest challenge is that population decline #1 in the world. Even there are so many advanced technologies there, but marketing nowhere. That's the reason I decided to do my second life 10 years ago. So that time was because I found out my own cosmetic all nature. So that time was a mountain bicycle champion also. That one day 400-kilometer riding, everything I tried. So even that time my skin was perfectly ruined by bicycle under the sun. Even mountain bike, China also, 8 days riding. So like this one, I tried to challenge everything because how can I? Because I really wanted to opportunity to for last Korean next generation. That is my issue and my mission because here are so many good companies is there, but problem is that nobody can do marketing. So that's the reason I have looking for my life partners in the world, every country. Especially I should focus on in India. My solution is India, Korea is only one country. So if we perfectly cooperate that together, that we can be second place very soon. That's the reason I am here. Fortunately, last 3 years ago, I was invited for textile regarding. So because I helped so many people without asking any money. So that's the reason I was 3 years ago, Korea India diplomatic 50th anniversary. That time also I was invited there and Baratex last year.
Bharat Textile.
Bharat
Textile.
Textile I was leading Korean delegation last year. That
Enterprise used.
yes, it's like this on so many things. I was there. Okay. So my just now I'm focusing agriculture and textile, especially hemp industry. So we can do anything is possible from now on. Just now, last month I was there in India 1 month because I wanted to lead Korea very number 1 state Gyeongsangbuk-do. Already Gyeongsangbuk-do and Uttar Pradesh MOU contracted 3 years ago, but there's nothing happened. But I am doing textile, all things exclusively. So fortunately, in April, I will leading B2B meeting in Delhi. One secondary, July Bharat Tex Expo. We will do global fashion show together. USA, Italy, India, Korea, all each country 2 designer we will select. Like this on all things happening. That's the reason I want to, by chance I met Dr. Rajanan also, that he understanding everything, what is my plan, everything there. Fortunately, God make arrange our meetings. So like this, we are perfectly collaborate together that it will be wonderful. This is my conclusion. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can ask further questions. How much time we have still?
सचिन पुजारी सर.
हॅलो.
सचिन पुजारी सर.
हा, आवाज येतोय का सर?
येतोय तुम्ही बोला सर.
डॉक्टर गोडके सर, गुड मॉर्निंग.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
माझा असा सवाल होता की भारतीय प्रशासनामध्ये सिलेक्शन होताना जशा एमपीएससी किंवा युपीएससी मार्फत ज्या परीक्षा घेऊन गव्हर्नमेंट मध्ये जॉब लागतो, तसं साऊथ कोरियामध्ये कशा पद्धतीनं एक्झाम कंडक्ट केली जाते त्याच्या संदर्भात जरा माहिती सांगू शकाल का?
त्याच्याबद्दल मला माहिती नाहीये, कारण एवढं काही जास्त आपण कोरियन सिस्टम मध्ये भाग घेत नाही. पण ऑफकोर्स सिमिलर एक्झाम्स आर देयर, especially the high rank students get the admission to the top rank universities, and especially Damrut University is one of the top 10 university. So it's similar, like the entrance exam, and then those kind of exams are required for the to get the high rank positions.
मॅडम, पाटील मॅडम.
चव्हाण सर आहेत का काही क्वेश्चन अजून? इज देयर क्वेश्चन?
Just a minute, sir. Just a minute. हाँ, बोला मैडम.
I would like to welcome the questions regarding the future partnership opportunities. The youth should take into the opportunities. We are welcoming the partnership, co-development, and then those kind of the possible collaborations.
Thank you, sir.
your address beautifully highlighted the relevance of India's rich knowledge tradition in today's modern and industry-oriented education system. The way you connected ancient wisdom with contemporary skills, innovation, entrepreneurship, and ethical practices has given us a fresh and meaningful perspective on educational reforms. Your insights on integrating Indian knowledge system with curriculum design, skill development, sustainability, and industry collaboration have truly inspired academicians, researchers, and students alike. This session has deepened our understanding of how indigenous knowledge can contribute to employability, self-reliance, and national development. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Sujit Deshmukh has some question. Give him opportunity. Sujit, open up his mic. Sujit Deshmukh. Sujit, you can ask question. Open his mouth.
Yeah. So hi
Introduce
everyone.
yourself first. Sujit, introduce yourself first.
Yeah. So hi everyone. My name is Sujit. I'm from Maharashtra, Sangli district. So actually, I know the Dr. Gajanan Godke. So if I introduce myself, I am doing my PhD in top 10 universities in Korea, Busan National University. Actually, I know all the knowledge about the Korean universities, but I want to ask question about all the universities or admission regarding PhD related to our Indian or Maharashtrian student for getting admission to the top 10 universities or national universities into the Korea. So, Dr. Gajanan, I have only one simple question. So, our Maharashtrian student, there is no lack of knowledge of research regarding to our research area. So, which main research like orientation, or if I say the experience, need to student know for getting admission to the
You
Korea?
can guide better because you have successfully admitted here. So
Yeah, I will guide, but
I would like to say that who was aspirant for the PhD admission in South Korea, they have to prepare well, advance for 2 years at least, and then open up with some collaborations and some communication with those eminent faculties. And meanwhile, they build the relationship professionally, and then slowly they get guidance from those universities itself. Their programs, some professors has the funding. There are maybe some support from the both side, like the fellowship from the professors as well as from the university programs as well. So that's not one day or maybe 6 months. So it should be from the long-term efforts the students should take to get the admission in the prestigious universities in the Korea.
Yeah. Yes, Professor. Actually, I would like to say some tips to
Your
our
mic,
Indian
put
or
your mic close to,
yeah. Thank you so much for your advice. Actually, Professor, I want to say to something to our Indian students. Suppose if you want to do PhD in abroad, so there is one thing. Please connect with your professor. Do simple work with professor. Please do start research as soon as possible and join to the universities globally. Our Indian universities have also good, but there is good thing to join abroad universities. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Your address beautifully highlighted the relevance of India's rich knowledge traditions in today's modern and industry-oriented education system. The way you connected ancient wisdom with contemporary skills, innovation, entrepreneurship, and ethical practices has given us a fresh and meaningful perspective on educational reform. Your insights on integrating Indian knowledge system with curriculum design, skill development, sustainability, and industry collaboration have truly inspired academicians, researchers, and students alike. The session has deepened our understanding of how indigenous knowledge can contribute to employability, self-reliance, and national development. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, it's a great pleasure. Thank you. It's a
Thank you,
great
sir.
pleasure.
Now our third session, paper presentation session. A warm welcome to all the participants. We are delighted to have you here for this insightful paper presentation session where intellect meets innovation. Today, we will witness some groundbreaking research and novel ideas presented by scholars and researchers who have dedicated their efforts to exploring new dimensions. This session is not just about sharing knowledge but also about fostering discussions that shape the future. Before we begin, let us extend a special welcome to our esteemed panel of judges and session chairs who will be evaluating the presentation today. We are honored to have with us the chairperson of paper presentation session, Dr. Prashant Kundlik Lohar sir. He is Associate Professor and Head Department of English, Lal Bahadur Shastri College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Satara. I welcome Dr. Lohar sir. Now I request all the paper presenters to kindly adhere to the time schedule and engage in fruitful discussions. I request Dr. Shivanand Puri sir to present his paper. Dr. Shivanand Puri.
Hello, ma'am. Patil, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Shivanand Puri sir. Please present your paper.
Hello.
Hello, Puri
Hello.
sir.
हाँ मैडम.
Please switch on your mic. Yes, sir. Okay, continue.
Okay. सभी को सादर नमस्कार. मैं डॉक्टर शिवानंद कोहली, सहायक निदेशक राजभाषा, केंद्रीय रेशम मंडल में रेशम बोर्ड बेंगलुरु में मैं कार्यरत हूँ. मैं सांगली जिला जत तालुका से हूँ. तो पिछले कोरोना के समय में इस कॉलेज से जितने भी ऑनलाइन वेबिनार आयोजित किए थे उसमें मैंने भाग लिया था. तो जैसे आज इस वेबिनार के माध्यम से मुझे जुड़ने का जो मौका काका साहेब चौहान कॉलेज द्वारा प्राप्त हुआ है, इसलिए मैं इस कॉलेज के सभी परिवार को मैं धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करना चाहता हूं. और इसके साथ मैं हिंदी के विविध रूप एवं रोजगार के अवसर विषय पर मेरा अपना दो बातों को रखने का प्रयास करूंगा. तो हिंदी भारत की सर्वाधिक व्यापक रूप से बोली और समझी जाने वाली भाषा है. यह केवल एक संप्रेषण माध्यम नहीं बल्कि भारतीय समाज की सांस्कृतिक चेतना, सामाजिक संरचना और भौतिक परंपरा की संवाहक भी है. समय के साथ साथ हिंदी ने अपने विविध रूप विकसित किए हैं, जिसमें आंचलिक बोलियां, मानक हिंदी, साहित्यिक हिंदी, तकनीकी हिंदी तथा प्रयोजन मूलक हिंदी के विविध रूपों को हम इस भाषा में देख सकते हैं. आज जैसे बोलियां आत्मीयता और भारतीयता और भारतीय समाज को जुड़ता है, तो मानक रूप या प्रयोजनमूलक हिंदी हम भारतीयों को विविध क्षेत्रों में रोजगार देने की महत्वपूर्ण काम करता है. तो यहाँ मैं इसके साथ सामाजिक जो महत्व है, हिंदी भारतीय जनजीवन की बोलचाल या जुड़ने की, सबको एक सूत्र में बांधने की कोशिश करता है. और आर्थिक और व्यावसायिक क्षेत्र में भी जैसे विज्ञापन और वैश्विक क्षेत्र में हर भारतीयों को विश्व स्तर में अपने आप को प्रस्तुत करने का एक मौका हमें हिंदी के माध्यम से मिलता है. और शिक्षा एवं अध्यापन क्षेत्र में हम विश्वविद्यालय स्तर पर प्रोफेसर के रूप में काम कर सकते हैं। और केंद्रीय विद्यालय, नवोदय, हर पहली कक्षा से लेकर स्नातकोत्तर या पीएचडी तक की क्षेत्र में अध्यापक के रूप में हम कार्य कर सकते हैं। और उसके साथ साथ, मैडम समय कितना है मुझे? मैडम मैडम 5 मिनट। और इसी के साथ भाषा प्रशिक्षण और ऑनलाइन शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में हमें ट्यूशन और विदेशी भाषा के रूप में या प्रयोजन मूलक हिंदी के रूप को अध्ययन और अध्यापन कर सकते हैं। और अनुवादक के रूप में विविध केंद्र सरकार के विविध कार्यालयों में अनुवादक के रूप में, हिंदी अधिकारी के रूप में हम कार्य कर सकते हैं। जैसे कि संसद में द्विभाषी के रूप में, और वहाँ भी हम हिंदी अनुवादक के रूप में कार्य कर सकते हैं। और न्यायालय और कानूनी दस्तावेजों का अनुवादक के रूप में भी विविध कार्यालयों में हम हिंदी के माध्यम से कार्य कर सकते हैं। और तकनीकी अनुवाद, मेडिकल, इंजीनियरिंग और विज्ञान, टेक्नोलॉजी और अनुवाद, सॉफ्टवेयर के क्षेत्र में भी आजकल हम हिंदी के माध्यम से रोजगार पा सकते हैं। मीडिया एवं मीडिया के क्षेत्र में भी फिल्म, वेब सीरीज, डॉक्यूमेंट्री की और उपशीर्षक, डबिंग क्षेत्र, स्क्रिप्ट राइटिंग और ओटीटी और नेटफ्लिक्स आदि क्षेत्र में भी हम हिंदी के माध्यम से रोजगार पा सकते हैं। और पत्रकारिता में रिपोर्टर, संपादक, स्तंभ लेखक, प्रूफ रीडर और समाचार एजेंसी आदि के क्षेत्र में भी कार्य कर सकते हैं। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया में भी टीवी रिपोर्टिंग, न्यूज एंकरिंग, स्क्रीन राइटिंग, स्क्रिप्ट राइटिंग, न्यूज प्रोडक्शन आदि के क्षेत्र में आज हम हिंदी के माध्यम से अपना रोजगार पा सकते हैं। उसके साथ साथ डिजिटल मीडिया में भी, जैसे जितने भी ऑनलाइन ऑनलाइन न्यूज न्यूज चैनल्स है, उसमें भी हम रिपोर्टर के रूप में काम कर सकते हैं। न्यूज रीडर के रूप में काम कर सकते हैं। सोशल मीडिया में कंटेंट मैनेजर और सोशल मीडिया में अदर विशेषज्ञ के रूप में भी हम हिंदी के माध्यम से कार्य कर सकते हैं। और साहित्य क्षेत्र में भी अपना कथा, कहानी, उपन्यास, आत्मकथा के माध्यम से राइटर के रूप में भी हम हिंदी साहित्य के क्षेत्र में अपना योगदान दे सकते हैं। और उसके साथ साथ प्रकाशन के क्षेत्र में संपादक, पांडुलिपि परीक्षक, प्रूफ रीडर, कॉपी एडिटर, डिजिटल डिजिटल ई बुक्स प्रकाशक के रूप में भी कार्य कर सकते हैं। और उसके साथ साथ जो आजकल के जो मीडिया का रीढ़ की हड्डी के रूप में जो काम करता है, विज्ञापन, मनोरंजन और रचनात्मक उद्योग के क्षेत्र में भी टीवी विज्ञापन, रेडियो विज्ञापन, ऑनलाइन एड स्क्रिप्ट, ब्रॉड स्लोगन आदि लिखने का कार्य भी हम हिंदी के माध्यम से कर सकते हैं। उसके साथ साथ फिल्म, सिनेमा क्षेत्र में और रेडियो वॉइस वॉइस रेडियो जॉकी के रूप में, ऑडियो बुकी के रूप में आदि समाज के हर क्षेत्र में हम हिंदी के माध्यम से कार्य कर सकते हैं। आजकल एआई और भाषा प्रोसेसिंग के इसमें भी डेटा एनोटेशन और भाषाई मॉडल कॉपी राइटर के रूप में भी हम कार्य कर सकते हैं। इस तरह हिंदी के माध्यम से, हिंदी पढ़ने से हमें विश्व के हर क्षेत्र में रोजगार प्राप्त होते हैं। और उसमें अपने आप को हिंदी में पढ़कर साबित करने का मौका, बहुत बड़ा मौका आज के इस भूमंडलीकरण के दौर में हमें प्राप्त होता है। कहकर मेरे इस विचारों को अभिव्यक्त करने के लिए जो मौका जो काका साहेब चौहान कॉलेज के तरफ से मुझे मिला है, इसलिए मैं इस परिवार को, कॉलेज के सभी आदरणीय सभी विद्वज्जनों को मेरा प्रणाम और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now next, I invite Mr. Ranjit Kumar Yadav, sir. Mr. Ranjit Kumar Yadav, please present your research paper.
A very good morning, ma'am. Would you mind letting me whether am I audible or not?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Actually, there is a problem with my video since I have joined from my browser. I have started my video. Would you mind letting me know?
Okay, sir. No problem.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
You please reiterate some guidelines for presentation so that candidate can know them, that for how much time you have provided them and what they are expected to do in their presentation, strictly sticking to their research paper so that the time should not be wasted.
Absolutely.
Okay, I request all the presenters to kindly adhere to the time schedule. Okay, only 5 minutes are given to you. Please follow it. Okay, Ranjit Kumar Yadav, sir, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So let me share my screen first. Just tell me whether my screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. So a very good morning, esteemed organizers and chief guests. This is Mr. Ranjit Kumar Bajirao Yadav from the Department of English. I'm as a research scholar today. I'm going to present my paper. So thank you. First of all, I would like to take this moment to thank you all of you for giving me a chance to present my paper in front of you. So today I will present my research paper on how literary narratives contribute to the development of social and emotional intelligence from a linguistic stylistics perspective. The study focuses on how language in literature shapes empathy, emotional awareness, and social understanding. So let's dive into deeper into that. Let's see the conceptual background of this. Social and emotional intelligence, or which we call it SEI, includes the ability to understand emotions, regulate responses, and interact empathetically. Most studies approach SEI from psychology or education. However, emotions are deeply shaped by language. This research highlights literary narratives as a linguistic space where emotional and social intelligence are cultivated. What's the research gap and rationale? Although literature is often associated with emotional growth, this role is rarely examined systematically. Emotional understanding in linguistically mediated and literary narratives present complex emotional and social situations. Therefore, this study addresses the gap by applying linguistic stylistics to explore how narrative language develops SEI. So what's the aims and objectives of my research paper? The aim is to examine how literary narratives foster social and emotional intelligence through stylistic features. The objectives are to identify key linguistic devices, analyze their emotional impact, and link their literary reading and with everyday social recognition. Theoretical framework. The study adopts an interdisciplinary framework combining linguistic stylistics, narratology, cognitive psychology, and emotional learning. This approach helps explain how literary texts function as simulated social worlds, offering readers emotional and social training through language. So stylistic devices and SEI. Key devices used in SEI are focalization, free indirect discourse, metaphor, evaluative lexis, and dialogue. These devices encourage empathy, perspective taking, emotional awareness, moral reasoning, and social communication. Thus, emotional engagement in literature is linguistically structured and not accidental. Let's see the day-to-day life examples which are written by very well-known authors like in Pride and Prejudice, Elizabeth Bennet's line, "Till this moment, I never knew myself," which illustrates emotional self-awareness. The simplicity of language reflects clarity of emotional insight and models reflective emotional growth for the reader. In the same way, to kill a mockingbird, child focalization encourages empathy. The statement about understanding others' viewpoints linguistically positions readers to adopt alternative perspectives, reinforcing social and moral intelligence. So, what are those educational and social implications of my research? The studies show that reading literary fiction enhances empathy and theory of mind. Stylistically informed literary teaching can support emotional literacy and social emotional learning, making literature socially relevant. So, at the end, I would like to say that literary narratives develop social and emotional intelligence through carefully patterned language, and linguistic stylistics reveals how empathy and emotional understanding are constructed in text. So, this study demonstrates that literary narratives are not merely artistic expressions but linguistically structured spaces where social and emotional intelligence is actively cultivated. Recognizing literature in this way allows us to reimagine its role in education and human development. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yadav sir. Now, Mr. Kanku Joy Johnson, sir, please. Yes, are you here, Johnson?
Hello.
Ah, yes, sir. Yes.
Hi. Yes, ma'am. Uh, just a minute, ma'am. My phone is not audible, so I'm just. Hello.
Ah, yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Please
Okay.
go ahead.
So, ma'am, can I just share my. Hello.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Can I just share my screen to show my research paper?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Hope everyone can see my screen now.
Yes.
Hello. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joy Johnson Kito. I'm from Bas. Actually, I'm residing from Patan. Indira Gandhi National Open University student from BA Political Honors, as well as the Basab Desai College BCom IT Honors student. So basically, I'm here to present my research paper on NEP 2022-2020 Global Vocational Education Reforms, a condensed analysis. So basically, before telling this topic, before expressing my thoughts on this topic, I would like to express that why I have choose this topic. So coming to the point, each and every education system has a loophole inside it. So, taking it into a consideration, I just took the NEP 2022, which was been considered as 5 years back, as well as it's in a competitive sector. But then, though, in 2025 also and in 2026 also, it's been extended. So, my research paper wants to tell us that we can just update NEP 2020 by just taking some more educational reforms as well as vocational education reforms in an amazing sector as well as understanding it in an easy way. For example, as we can see here, I have regardlessly and as well as I have immensely mentioned in 7 countries vocational as well as there's educational reforms in an easy way to understand it. So coming to the first point, here we can see Germany. Germany's dual system is an 80-20% rule. 80% of the students, 80% of the youth in Germany are just working and 20% of them just attend the lectures. Means, for example, a student attains 100% of class in India is not like this possible because as the industrial sector grows, the key industrial education can be only gained in industries, not in the classroom. As the loophole that has been considered here, the new education policy 2020 has made many changes in it, but it's not fulfilling the needs of the Indian youth today. So, as the German's dual system tells us, 80% of the time a student should spend in industries and 20% in school, colleges, etc. It's a working sector which helps the growth of the economy as fast as possible. As well as coming to the point, secondly, Switzerland's apprenticeship model, flexibility and wages. In India today, internships have been present, apprenticeships are present, but then though wages have not been placed. It creates a loophole here because if wages are not present, the youth are not been that productive, and as well as the youth are not been recognized. In these countries, at early periods from the class of 8, 9, 10 only, the apprenticeship process has been started because this has been created and junior apprenticeship program which help the youth to earn as well as to learn in an easy and flexible way. Coming to the point of Singapore's skill future, I have taken this point because Singapore's skill future is a lifelong study material for every youth in the country. As in India, each and every education system, as in India, each and every educational background has something and has an age behind it. But in this sector, we don't have a specific age. We can just learn whenever we want, we can just learn however we want. And it helps with direct industrial approach in an easy way. So Denmark's provisional is same like the Germany's as well as the Singapore's. And Finland's partiality of parity of
Please
Islam
follow time
is
limit.
okay. Sorry, ma'am. This helps into the implementation
Go
of
ahead to
an.
conclusion.
Pardon, ma'am.
Go ahead to conclusion, sir.
Okay, thank you. So the conclusion of my topic is that we can update the NAP 2022 by taking the 7 countries educational reforms and vocational reforms. And yes, as well as I'm just updating this research paper to 26 pages and just submitting to the Minister of Higher Education for better results. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now the another participants which we have scheduled, please contact us or come forward. Yes, Bhakti Bhaldare, Phanindra Mandlik, Dr. Lakshman Borate, Neeta Meshram. Yes, anyone is present here? Ready to present their paper? Yes. Yes, Bhakti Bhaldare, Phanindra Mandlik,
Hello.
Dr. Lakshman Borate. Hi, yes.
हेलो शुभ
हाँ
दोपहर
यस
मैडम
हाँ यस भक्ति
मेरा
भालदरे मैडम
वीडियो
यस
भी वीडियो भी शुरू है और माइक भी शुरू है ठीक है
ओके ओके
आदरणीय मंच इस कार्यशाला का आयोजन करने के पूर्व आपने जो मुझे आमंत्रित किया इस कार्यशाला में सहभागी होने का और पेपर जो है वो प्रस्तुत करने की अनुमति दी, इसलिए मैं सबसे पहले संयोजकों के प्रति आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ और हिंदी विभाग का भी आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ। मेरे पेपर का जो शीर्षक है वह है काशीनाथ सिंह के उपन्यासों में शिक्षा व्यवस्था का चित्रण। काशीनाथ सिंह 60 लेखकों में से एक प्रसिद्ध हिंदी साहित्य के लेखक रहे हैं। उनका जन्म 1 जनवरी 1937 में हुआ है। ऐसे हाल में हम देखते हैं देश के स्वतंत्रता पूर्व, पश्चात और आज की वर्तमान स्थिति की जो चित्रण है वह उन्होंने अपने साहित्य में जो है वो खींचा है और इसीलिए ही मैंने इस लेखक को इस विषय के बारे में चुना है। उन्होंने अपने उपन्यासों में स्वयं के अनुभव तथा वर्तमान समय में शिक्षा व्यवस्था में हो रहे भ्रष्टाचार जैसे कि नियुक्तियों में धांधलियां, तानाशाही अधिकारी वर्ग, परीक्षा में घोटाले, रिजल्ट में घोटाले आदि अनेक परिस्थितियों का बेबाकी से चित्रण किया हुआ है। उन्होंने इस शिक्षा व्यवस्था का केंद्रीय बिंदु छात्र और अध्यापकों के एक दूसरे के साथ संबंध, पाश्चात्य प्रभाव से बहती आज की युवा पीढ़ी और धन संचयन करने के पीछे लगे हुए प्राध्यापक वर्ग की पोल खोलने के पीछे भी वे हटे नहीं है। इन परिस्थितियों का यथातथ्य चित्रण जो है उन्होंने अपने उपन्यासों में किया है। ये उपन्यास जो है अधिकतर उनका यह शिक्षा व्यवस्था संबंधी चित्रण जो है अपना मोर्चा, रेहन पर रघु और काशी का अस्थि इन उपन्यासों में आया हुआ दिखाई देता है। उन्होंने शिक्षा का जीवन में जो महत्व है वह भी बताया हुआ है। वह इस प्रकार है, उन्होंने यह बताया है शिक्षा के द्वारा मनुष्यता की पहचान हमें होती है, विवेक बुद्धि जागृत होती है, अपनी जिम्मेदारियों का एहसास होता है, परिणामतः समाज, राष्ट्र तथा देश की उन्नति जो है उसमें सहायता प्राप्त होती है। इस प्रकार काशीनाथ सिंह ने अपने उपन्यासों में अपने पात्र, कथा केंद्र और इन विषयों के द्वारा उन्होंने शिक्षा व्यवस्था का जो चित्रण है वह बहुत ही यथार्थ और बेबाकी से किया है। धन्यवाद। हेलो हेलो
Thank you, madam. Yes, thank you,
धन्यवाद
madam.
मैडम।
Yes, we are audible. Thank you. Yes, anyone is ready?
Yes, madam, I am ready. Dr. Neeta Mishra.
Yes, yes,
माझा
yes,
आवाज
madam.
ऐकू येते का मॅडम?
Yes, you are audible.
सर्वांना नमस्कार. मी डॉक्टर नीता मेश्राम, महात्मा गांधी आंतरराष्ट्रीय हिंदी विद्यापीठ येथे मी असोसिएट प्रोफेसर म्हणून कार्यरत आहे. माझ्या रिसर्च पेपरचं नाव आहे सर्जनशील क्षेत्रात मराठी भाषा विषयातील पदवीधरांना रोजगारांच्या संधी. तर तुमच्यापुढे रिसर्च पेपर सादर करू इच्छिते. आजच्या जागतिकीकरणाच्या आणि तंत्रज्ञानाच्या युगात भाषा विषयाकडे केवळ अध्यापनाच्या दृष्टिकोनातून पाहण्याची मानसिकता हळूहळू बदलत आहे. मराठी विषयातील पदवीधरांसाठी पारंपरिक शिक्षकी पेशाव्यतिरिक्त सर्जनशील क्षेत्रामध्ये विविध रोजगारांच्या संधी उपलब्ध होत आहेत. लेखन, माध्यमे, जाहिरात, डिजिटल प्लॅटफॉर्म, चित्रपट, भाषांतर, संपादन, आशय निर्मिती इत्यादी क्षेत्रांमध्ये मराठी भाषेचे महत्त्व वाढत असलेले आपल्याला दिसून येते. या संशोधन लेखाचा उद्देश मराठी भाषा विषयातील पदवीधरांसाठी उपलब्ध असलेल्या सर्जनशील क्षेत्रातील रोजगारांच्या संधीचा अभ्यास करणे, त्या संधींचे स्वरूप समजावून घेणे आणि समजावून सांगणे व विद्यार्थ्यांमध्ये मराठी भाषेमध्ये करिअर करू इच्छिणाऱ्या विद्यार्थ्यांमध्ये करिअरविषयी जागरूकता निर्माण करणे हा आहे. तर कुठलीही भाषा ही केवळ संवादाचं साधन नसून त्या भाषेतून संस्कृती, विचार आणि परंपरा याचा सुद्धा आपण अभ्यास करत असतो कुठल्याही भाषेचा अभ्यास करताना. आणि या सगळ्या गोष्टींमध्ये भाषेमध्ये सर्जनशीलता हे खूप महत्त्वाचं प्रभावी माध्यम असलेलं आपल्याला दिसते. आणि मराठी भाषेचा विचार केला तर मराठी भाषेला आता अभिजात भाषेचा दर्जा प्राप्त झालेला आपल्याला दिसतो. कारण मराठी भाषेला समृद्ध अशी साहित्य परंपरा लाभलेली आपल्याला दिसून येते. पूर्वी मराठी भाषा विषयातील पदवीधरांसाठी रोजगारांच्या संधींचा आपण विचार केला तर पूर्वी फारच लिमिटेड आणि कमी अशा संधी असलेल्या दिसून येतात. प्रामुख्याने अध्यापन, संशोधन आणि शासकीय सेवांपुरत्या या संधी तेव्हा मर्यादित असलेल्या आपल्याला दिसतात. पण आता काळ बदललेला आहे आणि बदलत्या काळानुसार त्या संधींमध्ये वाढ सुद्धा झालेली आपल्याला दिसते. बदलत्या काळामध्ये डिजिटल क्रांती झालेली आहे, सामाजिक माध्यमांचा प्रभाव, त्याचबरोबर मनोरंजन क्षेत्राच्या उद्योगाच्या विस्तारामुळे सुद्धा मराठी भाषेमध्ये करिअर करू इच्छिणाऱ्या पदवीधरांना रोजगाराच्या संधी मिळण्याची शक्यता निर्माण झालेली आहे. कारण मराठी भाषेची जी मागणी आहे ती फक्त शैक्षणिक क्षेत्रापुरती आता मर्यादित राहिलेली नाही आहे. चित्रपट, नाट्य, जाहिरात, पत्रकारिता, डिजिटल मीडिया, यूट्यूब, OTT प्लॅटफॉर्म, ब्लॉगिंग, ब्रॉडकास्ट, भाषांतर आणि लिप्यंतरण अशा अनेक क्षेत्रामध्ये आपल्याला दिसून येते की मराठी भाषेची मागणी वाढलेली आणि मराठी भाषेमध्ये ज्यांना करिअर करायचं आहे, रोजगार करायचा आहे ते विद्यार्थी मराठी भाषेमध्ये करिअर करू शकतात. तर संशोधनाची गरज काय पडली? कारण आजही अनेक मराठी भाषेतील विद्यार्थी आहेत, ते विद्यार्थी पदवी घेतल्यानंतर म्हणतात की नाही मराठी भाषा विषयाला रोजगाराच्या संधी नाहीत आणि मराठी विषयाकडे ते पाठ फिरवताना आपल्याला दिसतात. अशा मानसिकतेतून ते निराश सुद्धा होतात मराठी विषयामध्ये जे पदवीधर होतात त्यांना. आणि त्यासाठी प्रत्यक्षात मराठी भाषेमध्ये सुद्धा रोजगाराच्या संधी उपलब्ध आहे, पण विद्यार्थ्यांना पर्यंत ती पोहोचवण्यात आपण शिक्षक कुठेतरी मागे पडतो असं मला वाटते. सर्जनशील क्षेत्रात मराठी भाषेला मोठ्या प्रमाणात रोजगाराच्या संधीची वाढ होत असताना आपल्याला दिसते. आणि या क्षेत्रामध्ये जर आपण संशोधन केलं तर आपल्याकडे जे मराठी भाषेमध्ये करिअर करू असणारे विद्यार्थी आहेत त्यांना आपण मराठी विषयामध्ये करिअर करण्याकडे प्रोत्साहित करू शकतो असं मला वाटतं आणि भाषेचा अभ्यास करण्याकडे सुद्धा प्रोत्साहित करू शकतो. त्यामुळे मराठी भाषेमध्ये जे रोजगार मराठी भाषेमध्ये करिअर करू इच्छिणारे विद्यार्थी त्यांचा आत्मविश्वास सुद्धा वाढू शकतो आणि मराठी भाषेचा व्यावसायिक वापर सुद्धा वाढू शकतो. मी फक्त कन्क्लुजन वाचते आणि कोणकोणत्या रोजगाराच्या संधी फक्त ते अधोरेखित करते. साहित्य लेखनामध्ये मराठी भाषेचे विद्यार्थी आहेत त्यांना साहित्य लेखनामध्ये संधी आहे. त्याचबरोबर पत्रकारितेमध्ये सुद्धा संधी आहे. त्याचबरोबर जाहिरातीच्या क्षेत्रात सुद्धा मराठी भाषेचे जे विद्यार्थी आहेत ते आपलं करिअर करू शकतात. त्याचबरोबर नाट्य, चित्रपट आणि मनोरंजन क्षेत्रामध्ये सुद्धा ते करिअर करू शकतात. त्याचबरोबर डिजिटल मीडिया आहे, कंटेंट क्रिएशन आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये युट्यूब, ब्लॉग, सोशल मीडिया, ब्रॉडकास्ट वगैरे सगळं येतं. त्याच्यामध्ये सुद्धा ते आपलं करिअर करू शकतात. त्याचबरोबर भाषांतर, अनुवादक म्हणून ते कार्य करू शकतात. लिप्यांतर म्हणून ते लिप्यांतरणाचं कार्य करू शकतात. त्याचबरोबर संपादन आणि प्रूफरीडिंग सुद्धा मराठी भाषेमध्ये करिअर करणारे जे विद्यार्थी आहेत ते करू शकतात. त्याचबरोबर अध्यापन सुद्धा ते मराठीमध्ये करू शकतात. आव्हाने आपल्याकडे भरपूर आहेत. आपण मराठी भाषेमध्ये करिअर करणाऱ्या विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी म्हटलं की त्याच्यामध्ये आर्थिक अस्थिरता सुद्धा दिसून येते, स्पर्धा पण आहे, निश्चित उत्पन्नाचा अभाव सुद्धा दिसून येते. तसंच त्यात मुख्य म्हणजे योग्य मार्गदर्शनाचा अभाव जो विद्यार्थ्यांना मिळत नाही, योग्य मार्गदर्शन ते सुद्धा आपल्याला दिसून येते. तर याच्यामध्ये काही उपाययोजना आपण करू शकतो एक शिक्षक म्हणून की अभ्यासक्रमात सर्जनशील लेखन व डिजिटल कौशल्याचा आपण समावेश करू शकतो. त्याचबरोबर विद्यार्थ्यांना आपण इंटर्नशिप देऊ शकतो आणि प्रात्यक्षिक अनुभव देऊ शकतो. त्याचबरोबर आपण आपल्या कॉलेजेसमध्ये, विद्यापीठामध्ये मराठी भाषेत करिअर करणाऱ्या विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी आपण करू शकतो आणि मराठी भाषेच्या व्यावसायिक वापरास आपण प्रोत्साहन देऊ शकतो. तर अशा पद्धतीने आपण जे विद्यार्थी आहेत त्यांना, जे मराठी भाषेत करिअर करणारे विद्यार्थी त्यांच्यासाठी आपण रोजगारच्या संधींची उपलब्धी सुद्धा करू शकतो आणि आपल्या अभिजात मराठी भाषेचा विकास होण्यासाठी आपण प्रयत्न करू शकतो. धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद मॅडम. नाव ओप्पो CPH2. येस.
हाँ नमस्ते.
प्लीज कंटिन्यू. हाँ नमस्ते सर.
हाँ नमस्ते. सुरू करू?
हाँ यस. हाँ यस सर, यस स्टार्ट.
मी लक्ष्मण किसन बोराटे. सर्वांना नमस्ते. हॅलो, आवाज येतो माझा?
हाँ यस सर, डॉक्टर लक्ष्मण बोराटे. यस सर. हाँ यस.
हाँ येतो.
कंटिन्यू सर.
तर मॅडम, माझ्या विषयाचं संशोधन विषयाचं नाव आहे नाट्यक्षेत्र व रोजगार.
सर तुमचा व्हिडिओ दिसत नाहीये. व्हिडिओ. हाँ यस.
एक मिनिट. हा दिसतो मॅम?
हाँ यस सर, यस.
हॅलो,
सुरू करा. हाँ सर, हाँ स्टार्ट करा.
जस्ट. तर माझ्या विषयाचं नाव आहे नाट्यक्षेत्र व रोजगार, कला, अर्थव्यवस्था आणि. व्हिडिओ दिसतोय मॅडम? हॅलो.
यस सर. हाँ सर, चालू आहे. बोला बोला सर.
अर्थव्यवस्था आणि उपजीविकेचा अभ्यास या दृष्टिकोनातून मी भारतीय व मराठी रंगभूमीच्या संदर्भात इथं माझा संशोधन विषय मांडलेला आहे. तर नाट्यक्षेत्र ही केवळ एक कलात्मक अभिव्यक्ती नसून अभिनेता, दिग्दर्शक, नाटककार, तंत्रज्ञ आणि नेपथ्यकार, वेशभूषाकार आणि व्यवस्थापन कर्मचारी अशा विविध घटकांसाठी रोजगार निर्मितीचे महत्वाचं माध्यम आहे. भारतीय सांस्कृतिक परंपरेत नाट्यकलेला सामाजिक व आर्थिक महत्व असूनही आधुनिक मनोरंजन माध्यमामुळे या क्षेत्रास आव्हाने निर्माण झाले आहेत. या शोध निबंधामध्ये ऐतिहासिक व समकालीन संदर्भामध्ये नाट्यक्षेत्र व रोजगार यांचा परस्पर संबंध गुणात्मक पद्धतीने अभ्यासण्यात आलेला आहे. यामध्ये योग्य धोरणे, प्रशिक्षण, शासकीय पाठबळ मिळाल्यास नाट्यक्षेत्र मोठ्या प्रमाणावर रोजगार निर्मिती करू शकते, असा मी या संशोधन लेखामध्ये निष्कर्ष मांडलेला आहे. माझ्या या संशोधन लेखाचे जे उद्दिष्ट आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये नाट्यक्षेत्राची संकल्पना व व्याप्ती समजून घेणे, नाट्यक्षेत्राशी संबंधित विविध प्रकारच्या रोजगारांचा अभ्यास करणे, मराठी व भारतीय रंगभूमीतील रोजगाराच्या संधीचे विश्लेषण करणे, नाट्यक्षेत्रातील कलाकार व तंत्रज्ञानांना भेडसावणाऱ्या ज्या समस्या आहेत त्यांचा अभ्यास करणे, आधुनिक काळातील बदलत्या माध्यमांचा नाट्यक्षेत्रातील रोजगारावर होणारा परिणाम तपासणे आणि शेवटी नाट्यक्षेत्रातील रोजगार वाढीसाठी काही उपाययोजना व शक्यता सुचवणे. महत्वाचं म्हणजे ही जी नाट्यक्षेत्र आहे ते प्रामुख्याने असंघटित स्वरूपाचं असलेलं आपल्याला दिसून येते. या क्षेत्रामध्ये कलाकार व कर्मचारी हे आर्थिक अस्थिरतेला सामोरे जाताना दिसतात. त्यांचा नियमित उत्पन्नाचा अभाव आहे, सामाजिक सुरक्षा त्यांना मिळत नाही, आरोग्य विमा त्यांना भेटत नाही, त्याचबरोबर निवृत्तीनंतर निवृत्ती वेतनासारख्या सुविधाही त्यांना भेटत नाहीत. तसेच प्रायोजक जे असतात किंवा शासकीय पाठबळाचा अभाव या गंभीर समस्या त्यांना आज भेडसावताना दिसून येतात. आज पाहिलं तर आपण चित्रपट असेल, दूरदर्शन असेल किंवा OTT असेल, या प्लॅटफॉर्मच्या वाढत्या प्रभावामुळे नाटक जे आहे त्या नाटकातील रोजगाराच्या संधी आज कमी होताना दिसून येतात. आणि अशा परिस्थितीमध्ये नाट्यक्षेत्र जर रोजगार निर्मितीचं प्रभावी साधन जर ठरू शकलं तर निश्चितच त्यासाठी आपल्याला काहीतरी धोरणात्मक उपायांची आवश्यकता ही भासत आहे. आता या प्रस्तुत संशोधन पद्धतीमध्ये मी काही संदर्भ ग्रंथांची पद्धती याच्यामध्ये अवलंबलेली आहे. ऐतिहासिक पद्धती आहे, वर्णनात्मक पद्धती आहे आणि निरीक्षणात्मक, आणि काही नाटक दिग्दर्शक असतील किंवा रंगकर्मी यांच्या अनुभवांच्या आधारे या अभ्यासाचा मी विषय मांडलेला आहे. आता नाट्यक्षेत्राची संकल्पना तशी आपल्याला नवीन आहे आणि त्याची व्याप्तीही आपल्याला नवीन आहे. नाट्यक्षेत्र ही संशोधनाच्या दृष्टीनं बहुआयामी अशी संकल्पना आहे आणि नाट्यक्षेत्र म्हणजे नाट्य निर्मितीपासून ते सादरीकरणापर्यंत त्याचा प्रसार असेल किंवा त्याचे प्रेक्षक असतील या संपूर्ण प्रक्रियेमध्ये ते सामावलेलं असतं. या नाटक प्रक्रियेमध्ये दिग्दर्शक असतात, अभिनेते असतात, तंत्रज्ञ, व्यवस्थापक, समीक्षक आणि प्रेक्षक हे सर्वजण एकमेकांवरती अवलंबून असतात. नाट्यक्षेत्राची व्याप्ती जर पाहिलं तर कलात्मक व्याप्ती आहे, म्हणजेच नाट्यक्षेत्र हे अभिनय, लेखन, दिग्दर्शन, नेपथ्य, रंगभूषा, वेशभूषा, प्रकाशयोजना अशा अनेक पद्धतीने ते सामावलेलं आहे. त्यानंतर सामाजिक व सांस्कृतिक व्याप्ती.
टाइम लिमिट.
हा सर, एक हा थँक्यू मॅम. तर याचबरोबर आता सगळ्यात महत्वाचं म्हणजे की नाट्यक्षेत्र ही रोजगाराची संधी कशी निर्माण होऊ शकते. तर मी काही मुद्दे देतो की कलात्मक रोजगार आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये अभिनेते असतील, नाटककार असतील, तांत्रिक मध्ये प्रकाश तंत्रज्ञ, ध्वनी तंत्रज्ञ, त्यानंतर व्यवस्थापक, प्रचार प्रसार आणि आधुनिक क्षेत्रातील रोजगाराच्या संधी त्याच्यामध्ये. आता शेवटी मला याविषयी काय सांगायचंय की शेवटचाच मुद्दा आहे माझा की रोजगार वाढीसाठी आपण काय शक्यता आणि उपाययोजना करणं गरजेचं आहे. एक 7-8 मुद्दे आहेत, ते फक्त मुद्दे मी विस्तृत सांगतो आणि माझा संशोधन विषय इथं थांबवतो. की शासकीय अनुदान देणं महत्वाचं आहे आणि सांस्कृतिक धोरणाची प्रभावी अंमलबजावणी करणं महत्वाचं आहे. त्यानंतर जे नाट्य प्रशिक्षण संस्था आहेत त्याच्यामध्ये विविध अभ्यासक्रम त्याच्यामध्ये मांडले पाहिजेत. पर्यटन असेल, सांस्कृतिक असेल, या महोत्सवांमध्ये नाट्य क्षेत्राचं संलग्नीकरण करणं गरजेचं आहे. आणि डिजिटल माध्यम मध्ये आहे त्याच्यामध्ये नाट्याचा प्रसार करणं वगैरे सगळं आलं ते, किंवा स्थानिक स्वराज्य संस्था, नगरपालिका यांनीही सक्रिय सहभाग घेतला पाहिजे. खाजगी गुंतवणूक आली पाहिजे किंवा नवीन संशोधन त्याच्यामध्ये आलं पाहिजे. अशा पद्धतीनं आपल्याला विविध या नाट्य सुधारणा करू शकतो. तर धन्यवाद की आपण मला वेळ दिलात आणि चव्हाण महाविद्यालयाचे मी मनापासून आभार मानतो, त्यांनी मला पेपर प्रेझेंटेशनसाठी संधी दिली.
Dhanyawad, sir. Thank you all for sharing your innovative novel ideas with us. We shall now proceed with panel discussion session. Now the session is open for discussion. I request our session chairperson, Dr. Lohar sir, to share his valuable remarks regarding these research papers. Dr. Lohar sir.
Thank you very much. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. First of all, let me say thanks to the organizer of this conference for allowing me to chair this session, and I'm very much impressed by the participants who presented their papers in this session. Total 6 candidates presented their research papers in this session, and all of them were very active. They presented their paper with a mind totality, and I liked that personally. Many of them talked about the language and the opportunities available in those language, for example in Hindi and Marathi. Some of them compared the today's national education policy 2020 to the national education policies of the other countries, and that comparison was also fruitful and it was very nice. Last and not least, the last paper related with the Natya Shastra, which provided really the insight into the opportunities which would be available for the all the who aspire to work in the literature and its presentation and even the playwright, etc. So if we compare all the candidates, I found them all better, and I really wish them luck and their hard work for the next for their career in the research. Last, I would repeat and reiterate that I'm really thankful to the organizer for giving me this opportunity. My handwriting report I will provide to the opportunity for the organizers later. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
Okay, thank you.
accepting our invitation and thank you for sharing your valuable remarks on these research papers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you.
Okay. Now I request our college in charge principal, Professor Dr. Usha Devi Salunke, Madam, to deliver her presidential speech of this conference.
हॅलो, आवाज येतोय का?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
गुड आफ्टरनून. ज्ञान, विज्ञान आणि सुसंस्कार यासाठी शिक्षण प्रसार शिक्षण महर्षी डॉक्टर बापूजी साळुंके devoted his complete life for providing Jnanaganga to unreachable rural area of 13 districts in Maharashtra and one district of Karnataka with strong support of Samsthamata Sushila Devi Salunke. I express my humble greeting to their scared memories. I also pay homage to the youth icon Sri Swami Vivekananda and great freedom fighter Kakasaheb Chauhan. Honorable Principal Abhay Kumar Salunke, Executive President Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Samstha Kolhapur. Honorable Principal Mr. Shubhangi Gowde Madam, Secretary Sri Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Samstha Kolhapur. The Chief Guest Honorable Dr. Shruti Joshi Madam, Member of Management Committee. Honorable Kaustubh Gowde, CEO. Honorable Principal Dr. Milind Huzre, Joint Secretary Finance. Honorable Principal Sitaram Gauri, Joint Secretary Administration, and respected keynote speaker Mr. Vikram Bhosle, lecturer at Georgia Institute of Technology, United States, respected resource person Dr. Gajanan Ghodke, Associate Professor, Department of Biology and Environmental Science, Dongan University, South Korea, respected Chairperson of the technical session, Dr. Prashant Lohar sir, respected principals, professors, teachers, and researchers, dear participants, dear students, and my all colleagues, a very good afternoon to all of you. I give me a great pleasure and satisfaction to welcome you all to this one-day online international multidisciplinary conference on the theme Educational Reform Bringing the Gap Between Academia and Industry. Though we are connected through an online platform today, our thoughts, ideas, and visions are deeply connected. This conference has brought together people from different institutes, different discipline, and different background. Such a gathering very important in academic life. I feel honored to address this august gathering as the acting principal of Kakasaheb Chauhan College, which is function under the estimated guidance of Swami Vivekananda Shikshan Samstha. Our Samstha has a long tradition of working in the field of education. It has always believed that education is not only classroom and examination, It is about shaping human life. It is about building society. It is about creating responsible citizens. The motto of our संस्था is a very meaningful. ज्ञान, विज्ञान व सुसंस्कार यासाठी शिक्षण प्रसार. This motto is short, but it is a carrier's deep value. ज्ञान means knowledge. Knowledge give direction to life. It removes ignorance. It helps students understand the world around them. Knowledge helps students to think clear and independently. Vijnan means science and scientific approaches. Science develop logically thinking. It encourages curiosity. It teaches us to question, observe, and analysis. It today's fast changing world, scientific thinking is a very important. Susanskar means good value and good character. Value shape behavior, value guide decision. Education without value is incomplete. True education build not only intelligent mind but also good hearts. So our Samstha believe that real education must balance knowledge, science, and good value. This philosophy guides all academic and cultural activity in our institution. Friends, the topic of today's conference is a very relevant to present time. The world today is changing very fast. Technology is advanced rapidly. New industries are emerging. New job roles are being created. At the same time, education systems are also trying to adapt to these changes. But sometimes the space of education and the space of industry do not match. This creates a gap between academia and industry. Academia institution focus on theoretical knowledge, syllabus, completion, and examination. Industry focus on skill, performance, adaptability, and innovation. Because of this difference, many students feel uncertain after completing their education. They are educated but not confident. They have degrees but not exposure. They want to work but feel unprepared. This situation makes us reflect deeply on the need for educational reform. Educational reforms do not mean rejecting the past. They mean improve the present. They means preparing for the future. Reform means making education more relevant to real life. The means connecting classroom learning with a practical application. They means helping students understand how their knowledge can be used in society and industry. Here the theme of our conference become very important. Bringing the gap between academia and industry is not a single step. It is a continuous process. It requires understanding, cooperation, and communication. When academic institutions understand industrial needs, education becomes more practical. When industry support academic institution, students get exposure and guidance. The collaboration between everyone, it benefits students, it benefits institution, it benefits industry, and ultimately it benefits the nation. Friends, our Sanstha's motto, beautiful connected with this idea. Knowledge, Jnana, should not be remain limited to textbook. It should help students to solve a real problem. Science and skills, Vijnan, should encourage innovation and creativity. They should help students face real challenges. Good values, Susanskar, should guide the use of knowledge and skill. Value insurance the progress is ethical and responsible. Education that follows these three principles become meaningful and powerful. Swami Vivekananda believed in man making education. He believed that education should build confidence and inner strength. He believed that education should make a students fearless and responsible. Today, when we talk about education reform, we must remember these visions. Education should not only create a skilled professional, it should create good human being. Human beings who are knowledgeable, human beings who are skilled, human beings who are value oriented. Friends, this is a multidisciplinary conference and that is its strength. Real problems are never limited to one subject. They need knowledge from different fields. They need cooperation and teamwork. When arts, science, commerce, technology, and education come together, learning becomes richer. Such interaction help us see problem from different angles. This conference provides a platform for sharing experience. It provides a space for discussion and reflection. It encourages new things. I am confidently that today's speaker share value insight from their academia and industrial experience. Their thought will help us understand the changing role of education. Their ideas will inspire us to think beyond traditional boundaries. Friends, at the heart of all this discussion are our students. Students are the future of our society and nation. Their success depends on how well education prepare them for life. When education is a meaningful, students feel confident. When education is a practical, students feel capable. When education is a value-based, students become responsible citizens. This is the true goals of education as enhanced by our Samstha. Before I conclude, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude. I sincerely thank our respected management for their continuous guidance and support. I thank the organization committee for their dedicated efforts in planning this conference. I thanks all the speakers for sharing their value, knowledge and experience. And I thank all the participants for joining this academic journey. I strongly believe that this conference will be thoughtful and enrich. May it open new path of collaboration. May it strengthen the bond between academia and industry. May it guide us towards meaningful education reform. With this word, I once again welcome you all and wish the conference a great success. Thank you very much for your patience listening. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra, Jai Bapuji.
Thank you, madam. It is my proud privilege to express our sincere and heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed President of the conference, Dr. Sarungi madam, for providing able leadership and visionary guidance throughout. Your constant encouragement, academic insight, and unwavering support have been instrumental in shaping the objectives and successful execution of this conference. Your emphasis on meaningful educational reforms, interdisciplinary collaboration, and strong industry linkage has inspired all of us and set a clear direction for future academic initiatives. Thank you, madam. Have a nice day. Now, to the valedictory function. As the day moves towards its conclusion, it is time to reflect upon the knowledge shared and connections built today. I now invite Dr. G.N. Koti sir, the conference coordinator, to deliver the valedictory address. Dr. G.N. Koti sir.
Thank you, madam.
respected dignitaries, esteemed speakers, dear delegates, researchers, and participants. As the conference coordinator, it is my pose the vote of thanks for the one-day online conference of educational reform bridging the gap between academia and industry, organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Sri Swami Vivekanand Shikshan Sanstha, Kakasaheb Chavan College, Talmavle, on 23rd January 2026. First and foremost, we express our deep sense of gratitude to our visionary parent institution, Sri Swami Vivekanand Shikshan Sanstha, Kolhapur, founded by Shikshan Mahasi Dr. Bapuji Salunke, whose guiding motto ज्ञान विज्ञान आणि सुसंस्कार यासाठी शिक्षण प्रसार continues to inspire all our academic endeavors. We are immensely thankful to our esteemed patrons, Honorable Sri Chandrakant Dada Patil, Honorable Minister of Higher and Technical Education, Government of Maharashtra, and President of our Sanstha, Honorable Principal Abhay Kumar Salunke, Executive President, Honorable Principal Mrs. Subhangi Gaude, Secretary, Honorable Sri Kaustubh Gaude, CEO, Honorable Principal Sitaram Gowde, Joint Secretary, Administration, and Honorable Principal Dr. Milind Huzre, Joint Secretary, Finance, for their constant encouragement, guidance, and support. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our Chief Guest and inaugural speaker, Honorable Dr. Shruti Joshi, Madam, for her inspiring and thought-provoking address. Our sincere gratitude goes to the keynote speaker, Mr. Vikram Bhosle, distinguished engineer at Capital One Financial and lecturer at Georgia Institute of Technology, USA, for bridging global industry perspective with academia. We are equally thankful to our resource person, Dr. Gajanan Godke, Associate Professor, Dongguk University, South Korea, for sharing valuable international research insights. And we are grateful to Dr. Prashant Lohar sir, LVS College, Satara, for changing the prepare presentation session. We gratefully acknowledge the efforts of all session chairs, reviewers, and members of the organizing and advisory committee, whose academic expertise ensured the success and quality of this conference. Our special thanks all researchers, academicians, industry professionals, and student participants from India and abroad for the enthusiastic participants, insightful presentation, and meaningful academic deliberation, which truly enriched the conference theme. Our appreciation also extends to the technical team, administrative staff, non-teaching staff, and student volunteers whose behind the scenes efforts ensure smooth online coordination and flawless execution of the event. Finally, we acknowledge the support of our publishing partners, collaborators, and all stakeholders who contributed directly or indirectly to the success of this academic forum. With this, I once again thank everyone for making this conference a meaningful platform for dialogue, collaboration, and innovation. I wish all of the participants continued academic success and look forward the future scholarly interaction. Thank you all. Dhanyawad.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for your valuable remarks. Let us continue our collective efforts to bridge the gap between academia and industry and contribute meaningfully to educational transformation. It is our humble request to all the participants, please fill up your Google feedback forms going to be shared by our team. Now, with the permission of Chair, I declare that this conference is over. Thank you all. Thank you for making this conference successful. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you all. Thank you.